My name is Aidan Kearney, also known as Turtleboy.
He is a senior editor for Turtleboy Daily News.
I'm a big fan.
We've broken hundreds of stories that the mainstream media won't touch.
Some blogger in Massachusetts who's getting to the bottom of this better than anybody.
Why is it Turtleboy that is covering such important issues? Where is the rest of the media?
You did not say that you were going to take my baby out of her vent and make him a transgender baby.
Stop it.
Don't you want to ask some questions? I know you do.
I do. I
know
you.
People don't like the things that I say and want me to stop saying them, but I won't. I'm never going to stop. These are the kind of stories that must be told.
And I will not be intimidated. I will not be silenced. And we will continue on our journey for justice for John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed.
Tick, tick, boom. Noise. Go, baby, we bringing out toys. Boys, chop up the thing, it should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we don't die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out.
We be disturbing the peace, working, we serving the streets.
Karen Reed has supporters who've shown up in large numbers.
Tick, tick, boom.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wild, and you must be blind by the diamonds. I didn't want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this, so it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's going quiet. We be disturbing the peace, working, we serving the streets. About to go going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
This is the first time I think I've ever seen this. An outpouring of support for someone accused of murdering a Boston police officer. Unbelievable situation. Never seen anything like it.
Tick, tick, boom. You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me?
We be disturbing the peace, working, we serving the streets. About to go going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. Woo! It's go, 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 go time.
Tick, tick, boom.
Boom. Hold on. Boom. What's up, people? How's everyone out there doing tonight? Good? Good. Excellent. Hold on. Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aidan Kearney. You can call me a variety of names if you'd like. I go by Turtleboy. You can call me Turtleboy if you'd like. You can call me Uncle Turtleboy. I prefer Dr. Turtleboy because if Judd Welcher's a doctor, then I'm definitely a doctor. And I just need to, you know what, this freaking green screen annoying the fuck out of me. Hold on. I don't want to disappear. If I do this, I disappear. We don't want that. Then I do this, then there's too much shadows on the side, and that's going to annoy me. But is the shadow on this side? Hold on. Can I point this down more? How about we do this? Do a little thing. That better? No, then we got this thing over here. How about, oh, for fuck's sake. Now it's on top of me. Can we do a little, ooh, that's interesting. How about that? That kind of works, right? Oh, now it's this stupid thing in the corner. I need better lighting. Hold on. No, that I'm disappearing. We can't have that. Nope. All right. You know what? I just have to not think about it as much. Oh, it's going to annoy me. There's a fucking thing right there. It's going to annoy me. Hold on. Can I pull this in closer? All right. Let's see what happens when I do this. That works, actually. That actually helps. What about this then? Move that in a little bit. Dude, hold on. We're going to do this together. We're going to do this together. We're going to figure this out. Nope. Why don't I? All right. So then, all right. So that works for that. Now we got to get rid of the shadows. How about this? Can we do this? Change colors. What about that? Okay, that's worse. Nope. Then I'm turned into a lobster one. No, we don't like that one. That one. Same one as before. It's just, it's going to fucking annoy me to no avail. Bro. I can't do a show like this. I can't. That shit has to go. It fucking has to go. Has to go. All right. It's good enough. All right, guys. And now I can't fucking concentrate. There's something on my shoulder. Bro. What about this? If I lean in more, is that good? Just have to lean in? Dude, why am I disappearing? Hold on. It's a white shirt. It's fucking white. It's not blue. I can understand if it's blue. Dude. The fuck is this? I'm made of nothing. I'm made of nothing. I can't. You guys are like, oh, it's fine. It's not fine. I can't work like, dude. It's fucking disappearing. It's like I'm a ghost or some shit. I'm not changing the shirt. I'm comfortable as I am. I like the shirt. It just, no, this has to get fixed. Has to get fixed. Whatever. I'm just not going to pay attention to the shot. Okay, whatever. We're dealing. No, I can't fucking do it. I can't. You don't understand. Okay, so that's good for the shirt now. We've made the shirt stay. But now we got this shit! Can I change colors on this? Would this work? Oh, maybe that helps a little. No, that's not good. No, that's real bad. No. 2, 3. Turn it up a little. We're going to do this. Dude, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? How about that? This is shit I really should do before the show, but I don't because I'm just too bad. I'm in a bad mood tonight too, and I don't want to talk about it. I'm grumpy tonight. Some shit happened that I don't want to talk about. It's annoying the fuck out of me. Hold on. Now I'm getting messages on Signal. The song's gonna demonetize it. God damn it! And I'm so close to expose. Just like I want to go on a rant on this person who just completely fucked me over too, but I can't yet. But I might. All right, hold on 1 sec. I can't fucking work like this, dude. I might just go no green screen. I'm not doing a green screen. I'm canceling the green screen. Canceling the green screen. Visual effects. None. We're just going like this. Fuck it. That's what we're doing tonight. I can't do it. I can't do a show like that. And I will talk about it. It's just not the right time. It's one of those things where it's like I could talk about it, but it would honestly give my enemies like joy, and I hate because I want to rip on this person for what they've done. Rip on them. But I hate giving my enemies any type of joy that they can perceive as like, oh, good. Somebody else fucked over Turtleboy, something like that. You know what I mean? Even though I'd like to, it's just, I can't, like, it's a tough thing, you know, because I hate giving my enemies anything to play with, you know? So for now, I'm not going to say shit. But it's really fucked up. It's really, really, really fucked up. And it happened like 30 minutes ago. And so it's like, what's on my mind right now? No, it's not that. To be like, is it dag nabbit? No, it's much worse than that. Mad at Alan? Oh, no. Why would we be mad at Alan? No, it has nothing to do with Karen. We're perfectly cool. It has nothing to do with them whatsoever. But we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. And I will tell you eventually, because I always talk eventually. But for now, we're not giving the enemies. Just a lot of disloyal people out there, man. Just a lot of shitty people. And, you know, it's like, am I the only person that's not like, I don't know. I believe in loyalty. I believe in like helping people. I don't know. Other people view the world differently. It's just weird. But anyway, because it's like, you know, I contemplated not even doing a show tonight because I'm so fucked up from this. And it's like, it just really put me in a bad mood, man. It just really put me in a bad mood. And I'm like, but the show has to go on, even though it's like, I'm so fucking mad about this thing, dude. I'm so mad about this. But I guess the show has to go on. But we'll leave it at that. And I'm looking at the comments. Nobody knows. Not a single one of you actually knows what it is that's bothering me. So we'll leave it at that. But it's fucked up. And I hope this person makes it right, what they've done. But I'm just really mad. But anyway, don't promise things to people if you can't come through. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, all right, cool. What was I going to say? Because this will be all the speculation tomorrow, I'm sure, but whatever. Yeah, so my name's Aidan Kearney. You can call me Uncle Turtleboy, Dr. Turtleboy. That's my preferred pronoun. You can call me Journalism Jesus, A. Timothy Kearney. That's my true crime name. And yeah, but anyway, I don't care what you call me. Just be here every Tuesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. sharp. And make sure you guys smash that subscribe button for me. All right. And hook it up. Yeah, because it's definitely died down a little bit, obviously, since the trial. But we got more shit going on. Like we got my trial still going on. We got this whole Myles King saga. And, you know, other shit. There'll be more shit. There'll be more shit. But anyway, no, it's not John Barron. John Barron's my homie, right? He pretends like he's not. Like he's like, oh, come on, John. Like I'm gonna forget all that nice shit you said about me, all the roasting of my enemies, John. That was the real you, John. I know you got mad at Esty or something. I don't know what your deal was, but you know you love me, John. So there's that. Okay. Oh, so here's a positive announcement. Let's talk about positive announcements. So it is official. We are doing the Wilbur show. So the Wilbur Theatre show, we're gonna have tickets come out for it this week. September 12th. That's a Friday at 7:30 p.m. All right. I think there'll be like 11 to 1,200 tickets for sale for this. It's going to be me and Auntie Deb. And it is going to be at the Wilbur Theatre in Boston. And if this goes well, we'll do multiple shows. Do multiple shows. We're not going to be streaming it live because that defeats the purpose of having a live show, doesn't it? You know, or if you just watch it at home, why would you go? You know, I guess. But there will be certain levels of tickets too. There's going to be like a VIP package that you could purchase. But very excited about this. Love doing it with Auntie Deb. You know, I knew Sue O'Connell. I knew Sue O'Connell wasn't going to be able to do it. I knew NBC was not going to let her do it. And I talked to her about that today. We're cool. Yeah. So if that goes well, then we'll do it at other venues, and that'll be dope too. But anyway, yeah. So that's one announcement I have, and so that's a good thing. But looking forward to that. Okay. What else is I going to say? Oh yeah, if you guys want to have your messages read out loud to the class tonight, click at the link at the top for Turtle Chat. All right, and then you can pay whatever amount of money you want and say whatever you want, and I will read your message out loud to the class. Bro, oh dude, ski, bro. Whew. Sorry about that. Anyway, or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtleboy, and we can do it that way. And oh man, the Red Sox are winning again, dude. The Red Sox are on fire, bro, I don't know how this team's doing so well. They don't have any stars. It's bizarre. Oh, Crochet's pitching tonight. That's good. We'll see. I mean, dude, who wants to play the Red Sox right now? Nobody. Anyway, I'm taking my kids to their first Red Sox game. August 30th, we got ticket. We're going to see the Pirates, so that's going to be a good game. I know Pirates suck, but maybe Scannis will be pitching. We'll see. Anyway, cool. All right. What else is I going to say? Yeah, that's about it. So, all right, let's just jump right into the content, shall we, folks? Actually, let me read some turtle chats first to start us off. Okay, we got here. Today's August 5th, right? Yeah. Holy shit. Okay, this is from, so there's this thing they're doing that Kathy O'Grady, I believe, has started. I don't really get it. She messaged me about it, and it's some sort of, she's like, not sure if you saw what we are doing at North Shore Nacho Night. In an attempt to raise money for you, someone made a martini basket and included a little stuffed turtle. Someone else decided to turtle nap it and send ransom notes with pictures. We raised over $400 so far and are still going with the ransom. All that money is going to you. So, okay. And so, I'm not sure if I get this, but they're sending notes around or something. And all I know is I got money out of it, and that's dope. So someone just paid a $500 ransom. Again, I don't know how this works. I haven't had time to look into it, but I like money be green. So I like that part of it. And so it says, Turtle Napper, I am now in receipt of the $500 ransom from North Shore Nacho Night. Please release Tiny on Monday, August 11th. When we meet again at JJ Grimsey's in Stoneham. Thanks, Turtleboy, for bringing us all together. I don't know what any of that means, but again, I know $500 means, and I really, really appreciate that. And that will be very, very useful moving forward because as we're going to see with my case, these people are, we got a long way to go with my case. Long way to go. Next up. Bab sends $5, goes, wish my daughters well as they set off for Martha's Vineyard on the Island Queen tomorrow. What's the Island Queen? I don't know what that is. Is that the ferry? Is that the fast ferry to the Vineyard? Man, I used to go to the Vineyard all the time. Love the Vineyard. It's great there. I was going to bring the kids there this summer, but I don't think they're old enough to appreciate it yet. It's like, because there's not much to do there if you're with kids and shit. It's not like the Cape. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for that. Emily sends $100. Emily C. Thanks, Emily. She doesn't leave a comment, but I appreciate the $100 either way. Sean sends $5, goes, not sure if this amounts to any violation, but I've seen KP comment on posts that you're tagged in. Has she really? She should not, because I'm getting alerts for those. That is definitely contact if she's doing that. She should not be doing it. I mean, if I were her, I just wouldn't talk about me. Because I have an order on her and I play with fire. Yeah, I mean, she operates differently, apparently. But again, she's a convicted criminal who recently pled guilty to criminal threatening. So there's that. So I appreciate that, Sean. Sandra sends $50. And yeah, I saw the Jess Machado interview of her the other day, and I hate to even give it any attention. Honestly, I wasn't a fan of it. It like I don't understand what the point of it was. I understand Jess will talk to anyone, and obviously Jess is my friend and my homie. But I watched it, and there was just not a lot of it was too chummy for me. It's like that bitch has done a lot of fucked up shit, conspired to put me in jail, and it was just too chummy for my take. And I understand if she was confrontational with her that she was going to leave the show, and I guess my response to that would be who cares? You know what I mean? It's or I would just press her on harder shit, because she would talk, she'll just keep talking, so I watched it. just didn't really care for it. And I can't stand listening to her voice. Like, it's just too, you know, it's unbiased reporting, interviewing Agent O'Donnell. It is, but it's also like, is it though? Because it's like, if you're not asking the questions that you want to ask because you're worried that, like, well, if I push her too hard, then she'll leave, then you're not really, you know what I mean? And that was my issue with it. It was like, because that woman has put me through a lot of shit and literally conspired to put me in jail. Like, it's a fucking obsessed with me. Like, she frightens the fuck out of me, to be perfectly honest with you. And like, she's evil and deranged and sent her kids after me, like all this shit. And it's like, you know, I just don't understand. I don't want to see anyone chumming it up with her. You know, it's like, it bothered me. It bothered me. I didn't really care for it. All right, cool. Next. Sandra sends $50 and goes, "It was so nice seeing you in court today, even though it was all the regular bullshit. Loving that Proctor looked like such a fat loser. Tell us the juicy gossip about Laura McLaughlin." Laura McLaughlin? What gossip is there about her? I'm very curious. I don't know anything about that gossip, but yes, it was. We'll talk about court shortly, Sandra. Nicole sends $10, goes, "Listen, Mr. Media." Oh, my new nickname. "Between you and Nurse Kim, I don't know who has the worst technical issues each alive." Oh, definitely me. Her technical issues. I mean, she's got a little, when I did the interview with her, it was a little distracting. The background, there was like moving, shit was moving. The same issues, you know, if you don't have good lighting. But I don't think she compares to my issues. I don't think she compares at all. So yeah, there's that. Happy to have you back, Daddy. I appreciate that, Nicole. Lindsay sends $10, goes, "Love you, Turtleboy. Cannot wait to hear and see what's next. You are awesome, bro. Only man I would comment except for my hubs. P.S. I am a real woman. Only man I would comment except for my hubs." Okay. All right. Thank you, real woman. I appreciate that. Rosaline sends $10, goes, "Dr. Turtleboy, I wish someone would ask Cosgrove, did you write this opposition motion yourself? Did you watch these videos? Just like you questioned witnesses regarding their affidavits at your bench trial. Any response to the 4,000 blank pages of discovery?" Yes, he has responded to the 4,000 pages of blank discovery. Let me see if I can bring up his insane response here. Hold on, I'll find it. Huh. Hold on, I'll find it. All right. So this is what, let me just read to you Cosgrove's email response to us about the 4,000 pages. This is what he writes. So first of all, there was something he put in that response. He referenced a letter that the fake victim wrote to the court on March 26th, 2025, that we've never seen because it's impounded. It was just never sent to us. And we finally got the letter, and holy shit, she watches every single show I do. She listens to every word I say and immediately writes it was like a 68-page letter that and I'm sure she'll write a letter about me talking about the letter right now, but I don't give a fuck. I'm done playing her stupid games. Imagine having her. Oh God, why do I attract the craziest fucking people? But anyway, she says, what was I going to, the email. So it says, okay. The history of this is that Miss Gattani, by her account, brought 3 copies of her filing to the clerk's office under the assumption that they would serve the Commonwealth and the defense. Whomever she spoke to, she later told me, said that they could not do that because the motion was to be impounded. When the filing was mentioned to me and I found it on the docket, I filed a motion to release copies to both the Commonwealth and the defense. Miss Sannel, who is a clerk there, emailed back that Judge Doolin had allowed the motion and that she would shortly send the parties copies. I then received an email back that Judge Doolin had second thoughts and wanted a hearing on releasing to the parties. And would I check with the victim witness advocate and suggest an appropriate day for a hearing? Shortly thereafter, I received a notice that Judge Doolin accepted the Commonwealth's interpretation, a comment that puzzled me since I'd offered no interpretation and a copy of the motion. Since I had moved that both parties be given access and provided with a copy, I had no reason whatsoever to think that they did not receive one. And if you did not, I have to believe it was a rare oversight by the very capable clerk's office in Norfolk County. I'm attaching a copy of the filing. So the long and short of that is, here's her fucking letter. Okay, here's the letter. Oops. And then he goes on to say, one favor, please. When I went back through my email to check my recollection of the distribution of Miss Gattani's filing, I see that Judge Doolin ordered it to remain impounded, which had escaped my recollection. Had I remembered that ruling, I would have submitted my response to your motion dated July 30th under impoundment. Monday, I shall have to impound it and submit a redacted version for the public docket. Okay. So he referenced her stupid letter in the filing that he put out the other day and quoted it. And so that was our first time hearing about what the letter said. And we're like, what the fuck? And he responded. So now he has filed a motion to impound his own motion because, oops, I forgot to have that. It's just all this shit. Like, can we just not have anything confidential anymore? Can we not have anything like protected? Like, I'm sorry, like, you guys want to put me in jail for 105 years or we're worried about the fake victim having her stupid letters being read by the public and her mocked, like, or she could just not lie and try to put me in jail. Like, there's that. And by the way, like, if we're going to go, we've already beat her once in a trial. We already got the restraining order thrown out. And let's do the witness intimidation charges. Like, let's do that. Let's knock that one out. Let's do it. I'm all for it. Let's do it. Anyway, it goes on to say, I should appreciate you're not commenting publicly on any of the material from the Gattani letter in the meantime, and also advising your client that my opposition is subject to impoundment and ought not to be grist for his internet presentations. What? I've already done a whole internet presentation on him. Like, so this fucking boomer files a motion and is like, oops, I should have impounded that. Bro, I've done a show on it. I already did a whole show on it. Melanie Little did a show on it. Like, we've all done shows on it. Like, we're supposed to all just forget that we saw that whole fucking motion that he put out there. Like, it's out there. It's on the fucking, they gave me Lindsay Gattani's entire cell phone extraction and I literally gave it to like fucking dozens of people. And then Judge Krupp was ordered that we give the phone back, and we did, but like, bro, I already sent it to dozens of fucking people because I could, because there was no protective order on it whatsoever. Yeah, he goes on to say, relative to another issue, this is about the 4,000 pages. I remain at a loss to account for the odd 4,000 blank pages in the download of pertinent Tully emails that I provided you on the thumb drive. So he just remains at a loss about it. I would appreciate if you would return the original thumb drive to me at your earliest convenience, so I can see if someone with expertise in this stuff at the DA's office can figure out what went wrong. There's nothing to figure out. You gave us 4,000 blank pages. Like, he's like, I don't know if you realize this, Cosgrove. You're working for a corrupt institution filled with liars. Like, that's who you're working for. And so, like, apparently you don't understand this. So you're going to bring it back to them. There's no mistake. They just gave you 4,000 blank pages. And you, as the useful fucking idiot that you are, you passed it on to us. Given my own lack of expertise with computers, my first assumption when there was a glitch is that I probably erred somewhere. However, I've arranged for someone other than myself to make a new replacement thumb drive for you and will carefully check to make sure everything is there and will properly provide it. I apologize for the error. So why would we give back the thumb drive with the blank 4,000 pages? Why doesn't he just give us a new thumb drive with the 4,000 pages if they actually exist? It makes no sense. Like, they keep giving us shit and they're like, oh, actually, can you give us that back? I mean, what kind of Mickey Mouse operation is that? Exactly, Lisa Jefferson's black tar heroin. He ain't getting jack shit. I'm saying, dude. Okay. All right, cool. Next up. Ansley sends $5 and goes, just talk to us about who screwed you over. We'll always protect you from your enemy's daddy. You know, that's the thing. It's like, I want to give this person a chance to make it right. You know, it's like, just pisses me off, and maybe I'll really piss me off, but I just have no one to talk to about it. That's the annoying part about it. It's like, okay. Like, I need to rant to people, but I can't rant to 7,194 live people on YouTube and 5,200 on Twitter. I can't do it. All right, next up. Patty sends $150. Thanks, Patty. And says, hey, Daddy, could you please give a shout out, more of shout order, to those North Shore Nacho Night ladies that turned into Kate Peter DCF fairies that swooped in and stole my kid Turtle Teeny out of the raffle basket that I won. Unlike Kate, we were able to raise the $500 ransom that was sent in the turtle chat. I'd really like my kid back again, unlike Kate. Well, thank you. I think that's part of the thing I don't get, but appreciate that, Patty. I appreciate that very much. Laura sends $10 and goes, Richie always supports you and gives your journalism full credit. His latest Microdops film is off the hook amazing. I can't wait for it to be on YouTube. How'd you see it then? You are a hero to me. Thank you, Laura. And thank you for inspiring Microdots and all you do for us. We love you. Please, please, please support Richie on Patreon too. Yes, we all love Richie from Microdots, my homie, good friend that I've met throughout this whole process. Very loyal guy. Very, very loyal guy. We should all, you should all be so lucky to have a friend like Richie. So thank you very much. And he's very talented. All right, next up. Oh, it's on his Patreon. Okay, gotcha. So he puts the stuff there first. Gotcha. That's cool. All right. Lisa sends $25 and says, careful who you trust, my friend. Well, it's not I didn't trust this person. It was like a professional thing. Like, I was promised something. It's something stuck in my tooth. I got to get a floss. This is going to annoy the fuck out of me. Hold on. All right, we're good. All right, that was better. I couldn't concentrate, dude. Yeah, maybe Rescue Randy can fix it. All right, cool. No, it's not Bradle or Bettero. God, no, it's nobody any of you ever have heard of at all. It was like a professional thing where I was like promised something. And you know, it's a long story, but I'm really mad. Okay, cool. All right, next up. M sends $5 and goes, out of curiosity, have you received any discovery that's inculpatory? No. I just feel like normal defendants would get some by now. I feel like every time you get the little amounts of discovery you do, it's all more evidence that you were set up. I know. You're right. Well, all the evidence against me is stuff that I've said on YouTube. All of it. There isn't a single thing that they're planning on using. Get out of there. There isn't a single thing that they're planning on using against me that is not words that I've said on my show, on my YouTube presentation. So, is what it is. All right. So yeah, you're right though. It's weird how like every time they give us discovery, it's all like stuff that helps. We're like, whoa, shit, you guys are really shady. Wow. Okay, cool. All right, next up. Amy sends $10, goes, how early should I show up at the courthouse next week if I want to make sure that I get a seat inside for your hearing? Thanks for all you do. That's a good question. There was a huge line when I went last time. So I don't want to give you the wrong time, but I guess the sooner, the better. The sooner, the better. Let's just put it that way. All right, next up. And I'm reading I am seeing the no, trust me, you guys are like, is it this person? Is it this person? It's nobody any of you has ever heard of before. No, none of you have ever heard of this person. Trust me. You're way off. You're way off. Okay. And I'm getting some good advice there. Okay, cool. Next up. Amy sent, no, or the other one. Melissa sends $10, goes, I'm guessing the O'Keefe's lawyer is going to get a percentage and they're not paying them. That's exactly what they're doing. They took on this case before the second trial ended, and now Jackson's saying he's joining the civil side too. Could the O'Keefe's lawyers start to backpedal out? Whew, it's a good question because they're not getting paid. I'm sure I would bet anything that Peggy O'Keefe is not paying them hourly. Mark Diller sat in on the entire Lindsay Gattani restraining order trial. Like those are billable hours. He's not doing that for free. Unless it's like a contingency thing, which is what I think. I assume this is a contingency basis that he's taking this case on. And I think the original plan was to settle the lawsuit. I don't think they're going to be doing that anymore. I think they're like, let's go. Especially now, Alan Jackson coming on for that is, it says a lot that Alan Jackson is involved in that. Okay. And, I would bet your bottom dollar to that you're going to see other news coming up as well with that. That's just what I'm getting, because she has to sue them. That has to be coming next, right? Has to be coming next. The lawsuit, and the only venue, I mean, think about it. They're not going to sue in Norfolk Superior Court and go in front of like some corrupt judge, Judge Corrupt or somebody like him. They got to sue in federal court. That seems like the only venue that they could get a fair crack at this in. And because I don't know exactly what she's going to sue for, but she's got a lot of sue. I mean, she has to sue, man. She has to sue. She can't take this shit. She can't take this shit. Yeah. All right, cool. Next. Brian sends $10 and says, did they bang? Did who bang? Okay, thanks. Galama sends $25 and goes, Galama sues and says, the wheels of justice move too damn slowly. Okay, thank you very much. Stephanie sends $25 and goes, thank you, Turtleboy. Justice for all. I appreciate that, Stephanie. Dana sends $25 and goes, isn't there a way you could set up a live stream where people have to pay? I would definitely pay to watch online. Don't leave all that money off the table. Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point. I've never set up members only on YouTube, but Maybe we could do a members only thing. I don't know. We'll see. I don't get it. Did they bang thing? Did Higgins say that in his messages? Did they bang? I don't remember that. Okay. So thank you. That is a good idea. That actually is a very good idea. Pay per turtle. I like it. All right. Okay. Marla sends $10, goes, they say the best thing to cure a grumpy mood is money and it's. So here's $10. I'd send more if I wasn't a broke ass. Never apologize for sending what you can. I appreciate that. And I promise I will show you my tits the next time I see you in public. Well, thank you, Marla. They're nice if I do say so myself. Smile, homie. We love you. I appreciate that, Marla. Okay. You don't have to show me your tits, though. I won't say no. I don't. If you want to show your, I'm all for it, but I definitely don't. We never require that. So thank you. Next up, Elaine sends $5 and goes, "Hey, Crowd Daddy, is Cosgrove messing with your screen, trying to make you disappear? Hope you feel better. Smile." Well, thank you, Elaine. Now he doesn't. He wouldn't even know how to work a computer like that. He admitted in one email. He goes, "I admittedly don't watch your clients' YouTube presentations." It's like, so then how are you know what I'm saying? Like, thank you for further showing evidence that you're being sent all this shit. So thank you for that. Next up, Thomas sends $10, goes, "Keep going for our freedom." Will do, Thomas. Tina sends $20 and goes, "Love you, doctor." Well, thank you very much. Erica sends $5, goes, "Are you still allowed to play Tick Tick Boom?" No, I just got a message from Laura, my YouTube girl, right? Laura from London. And she's like, "Well, we're going to get demonetized for that." I'm like, fuck. So I need like a new entry thing that's not copyright on anyone else. Cause I don't want to, cause I'm like throwing money away. It's like, I can make money off of these streams just sitting here, but I'm like literally pissing it away because I want to play the fucking Auntie Deb song. As funny as that song is, it's a great opening song, but it's music that belongs to someone else. So there's that. All right, next up, Don't Ask Legaros sends $50, goes, "I despise my new name, but I told Will I would embrace it. I think we all need a Turtleboy rant tonight. Just choose another one." The rants have to be authentic. The rants have to be authentic. They can't be like it has to come in the moment. And I can't just be spontaneously mad. The thing I'm mad about, what's annoying about this is the thing I'm mad about, I can't even talk about yet. I can't talk about it yet. And no, it has nothing to do with like personal life or anything like that. It's professional. It's a professional situation. That's annoying the fuck out of me. But okay, cool. Next up, let's see. Okay, cool. I think that's about it. Okay. All right. Let me read some Cash Apps if we have any, then we'll get this started. All right. What? Someone sent me a $200 refund request and said, "Hello, I'm sorry, but that was sent on accident." Yeah, no. No, that's not happening. I'm keeping it. If you send me, you can't pull a Cosgrove. I'm sorry. If you send me $200 by accident somehow on the Cash App, I'm keeping that shit. You can suck my dick if you don't like it. Okay. Jennifer sends $10 and goes, "For the Cali twins love you and miss you. Jessica, best wishes." Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Jennifer. Oh, is that a scam? That probably is a scam. That makes sense. Fuck you, Sheila Lane. Go fuck yourself. Okay, thank you. Nicole sends $5 and says, "AJ depositing the McAlberts in state police will be fire. yeah, I'm really looking forward to the lawsuit for both lawsuits. Like keep going, Paul. Greg sends $43 and goes, Dylan wrote songs about this shit. Rock tough Turtleboy. Yes, he did. Okay, thank you. Paula sends $20, goes, how is Proctor making money? Side gig. That's a great question. That's what I tried asking today. I appreciate that, Paula. Ralph sends $25 and goes, for the lighting fund. I can buy my own lights. It's not a matter of money. It's just I don't know what lights. I don't know what to do, Okay, so there's that. All right. If anyone else wants their messages read, you guys can click at the link at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtleboy, and we can do it that way. All right, cool. Let's do this. All right, let's pull up. So yeah, I went down to the courthouse today, and that was a disappointing event. Let's find a stream of this, shall we? Actually, let's just watch the Canton Confidential version of it. I like their little summaries of this.
County DA's office. Cases under scrutiny after the firing of Michael Proctor.
I'm not a defendant here. He's just a witness in a homicide case.
The disgraced state trooper back in court, called to testify for an upcoming murder trial, but proceedings didn't go as planned.
I need you to be on the same page.
Courtroom discussion cut short over evidence.
I just got more discovery this morning, Judge. They have to be able to certify that I have everything, Judge. So I can't keep doing this piecemeal.
The case heard today isn't the only one linked to Proctor. We take a closer look with our panel of experts. Commonwealth Confidential starts right now.
The Karen Reed case may be closed, but the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office can't seem to shake the stigma of former state police trooper Michael Proctor, the lead investigator in the case. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jason Monahan.
And I'm Glenn Jones. His infamous text messages about Reed played a major role in losing his job. And some attorneys believe that Proctor's behavior during that investigation could impact other cases, too.
So today, the former trooper returned to court with his attorney, expecting to face questions over his conduct during another murder investigation, but that didn't happen. John Maroney has details.
Michael Proctor did not take the stand this morning as expected, and he left the Dedham courthouse without comment. The former state trooper, of course, lost his job, was fired because of his handling of the Karen Reed case. He's appealing, hoping to get that job back. Proctor was called today to testify by attorneys for Myles King, who's accused of killing Marcus Simmons in 2021. Karen Reed prosecutor Adam Lally was called to testify as well. He was here, but neither one of them took the stand. Judge Peter Krupp asked both sides instead to sit down and go through about 700 documents and figure out what they have regarding evidence before the trial gets underway. The attorneys for Myles King want to see if Michael Proctor acted appropriately since he was an investigator in their case as well. They have filed a motion to have the charges dismissed.
There are issues with the 2021 search warrants. There are issues with the jail calls. There are issues with a lot of the way that they did this investigation. It was beyond sloppy. This isn't just negligence at this point. We believe it's intentional.
Both sides will be back in court later this month to work out these issues. The defense is also waiting to see if there's any information from the federal investigation into Karen Reed as well as Michael Proctor, waiting to see whether or not any of that information and those details will be available to them. In Dedham, John Maroney, back to you.
John, thank you. Here with us tonight is our chief legal analyst, Michael Coyne, and courtroom insider, Sue O'Connell. Welcome to both of you. Thanks. John just walked us through what happened during court, which was supposed to be a pretrial hearing for the Myles King case. King is accused of killing Marquis Simmons in Milton back in 2021. Proctor was the lead investigator in that case. King's legal team wants the case dismissed because of Proctor's involvement and other issues with the investigation.
Defense attorneys are also trying to get access to communications between the ex-trooper and other police officials in the King investigation to determine whether any misconduct impacted their client. As we now know, the hearing ended early, so legal teams on both sides could compile hundreds of discovery documents to streamline legal arguments.
King's attorney now accusing the DA's office of dragging its feet in regards to releasing information.
They didn't do their job. This is easy discovery stuff.
I love the turtle right in the background on Scott McGinnis's shirt. Love branding. Love it.
You get it from the police, you hand it to the defense attorney. You get it from the police, you hand it. It's not rocket science at all. What happened here is a complete failure of the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office and or the state police and the Milton police to turn over documents. Documents that are absolutely, Rule 14, absolutely discoverable. And there's been no accounting for it at all. None whatsoever.
All right, Michael, that seems pretty straightforward and seems unprecedented to have this kind of delay in getting information, because we are talking 700 pages or so of information that they're trying to go back and forth. What is happening here? Why is the DA's office not doing, as she was just saying, take it, Give it to the defense team.
Well, her argument has some real merit to it. The fact is that you have an obligation in criminal cases to turn over appropriate discovery. And what they're saying is that they're still evaluating it, they're assembling it, but it's been way too many months. She's right. When you get the information, you turn it over. And if you don't get it timely, you go back to them and say, I need this information. And it does seem that the argument that they just haven't been doing their job, and maybe it is, as she suggests, it's beyond sloppy and inattentiveness. She's suggesting that at least in part, they don't want to turn over some of the information because it'll hurt their case.
I want to quickly mention, this did not happen yesterday.
No.
This crime is how many years old?
4 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, so I just want to put that out there. We're not talking about a fast turnover.
And we're not talking about a short delay at this point. This information should have been assembled and turned over timely, as she points out. That's why she's arguing that the case should warrant dismissal at this point because of the misconduct, not just of law enforcement in the investigation, but misconduct now by the district attorney's office in failing to turn over things that are constitutionally mandated to be turned over.
And this is on the heels of Lally, ADA Lally, testifying that he couldn't get information from Michael Proctor, and he asked him 5 times. And again, this alleged murder didn't happen yesterday.
Well, you were in the courtroom today, Sue, and I wouldn't have expected King to have a particularly strong case, honestly, but it seems like the involvement of Norfolk County DA's office and Proctor automatically give him a strong case.
Yeah, I mean, it was so frustrating to be in the...
I mean, how lucky is this kid, Myles King? How lucky is it? I mean, he's just your run-of-the-mill, average gangbanging douchebag who did it. Like, let's be, I mean, if you read the case filings on this, like he fucking did it. Like, it's like he didn't do it because Proctor planted tail light or some shit like that. Like, he did it because he did it. And like, I don't even think he denies. I mean, well, I was so, I didn't want to start any shit today, but I wanted to ask Rosemary Scapiccio, like on the courthouse steps. I'm like, did your client do it? Like, if he didn't do it, then who did? But I also want to be like anti-Proctor, so I'm kind of rooting for him, but I also think he did it. And I think Marquis Simmons also deserves justice, and that's fucked up. He's the one that ID'd him, and so they had beef. I don't know if he was a rapper too, but there was beef with that. And, it is like they got him, but like, how lucky is he that Proctor happened to be the lead detective on his case? Like, if he had just shot someone in Revere or Lynn or Lowell or some shit like that, like every other douchebag, or Boston, none of this would be happening because it wouldn't be Norfolk County, and he wouldn't have Proctor as his lead detective. But it's just because it's Proctor and Lally being incompetent, and they're kind of like riding off of the whole Karen Reed thing. Like, he's kind of like riding the Karen Reed wave, like Karen Reed took one for the team. Karen Reed is actually completely innocent and didn't do anything wrong now. And she's, because of the widespread corruption that her case highlighted, right? And that I helped, obviously played a major part in highlighting, people like this guy, Myles King, are, free to walk around. Now, I think eventually he'll be convicted and spends probably his whole life in jail, but at least he gets maybe a year or two out, right? Like, a lot of these people would never see the light of day again. Like, Brian Walsh might never see the light of day again, except when he's out in the yard. But he'll never be out of jail. Like, he'll always sleep on a freaking pad. Like, jail's a different world. I've been to jail. But this guy gets to just hang out, be free for a while until his trial, because let's be honest, like we saw with the Walsh case, they did a lot of stuff that they weren't supposed to do, that they didn't have warrants to do. Didn't bother the judge that much. Because all of that shit's still coming in. And I think Betterow and Peter Tragos called it like the bad guy rule. That's what lawyers call it. Like, if the judge thinks you're a bad guy, they're willing to, like, yeah, like, this guy killed him, so fuck him, like, who cares, and that's kind of how they treated Karen Reed, is like and me, but like, this guy is definitely benefiting from the bad guy rule, All right, more.
courtroom. It's in a very different situation in many ways. Family and friends of both the accused and the victim are in there. And you can clearly see the frustration over this. Again, it isn't rocket science. I'm not a lawyer. It's clear what has to happen. And it's clear there have been delays, and how heartbreaking this is to the people involved in this, the families, to see this. Now, if they have been paying any attention at all and watched any of the Karen Reed case, I can only imagine how, especially the family of the victim, feels watching this sort of snafu, to be kind, play out when you want justice for your loved one.
Right. Okay. We want to talk about, at the top of the hour, Michael Proctor was in court today. He didn't testify, as we mentioned, but his lawyer is trying to limit what he can be asked when he does. So we obtained a motion that says, in part, quote, with the anti-Proctor sentiment perpetrated by the media and public figures sympathetic to Karen Reed,
What?
Mr. Proctor must rely on questioning by counsel to bring about relevant information and dispel any misinformation about the allegations of misconduct in this case. All right.
With the anti-Proctor sentiment perpetrated by the media, I think Proctor has played a large role in his own anti-Proctor sentiment. Mr. Proctor must rely on questioning by counsel to bring about relevant information and dispel any misinformation about the allegations of misconduct in this case. Perpetrated by the media. Who wrote this motion?
Means he is up there as an investigator in a case, but with his own lawyers to make sure that they protect Michael Proctor. Am I getting this
Yep, that's about right.
correctly? Okay.
And the problem with that argument is what we really need to be concerned about here, based on the extensive time that's elapsed, is protecting the defendant's right to a speedy trial, the defendant's right to constitutionally mandated disclosure of information in a timely fashion so that they can prepare their defense. And the question that whether the information is within either the federal files or Mr. Proctor has information with respect to bias he may have, the earlier Karen Reed trial and the text messages clearly showed some evidence of bias. Doesn't take a big leap to say there may be a racial animus, a racial bias
What?
as well. And if that information is out there, that supports his argument about reasonable doubt.
So are they trying to keep the name Karen Reed out of the trial? I mean, can they do that when Michael Proctor's name is sort of linked to hers in terms of his investigation?
Yeah, the Reed case itself is irrelevant to this case. What's relevant is that text message chain, the animus towards at least the female in that case. And now the question is, what other misconduct did he conduct himself within while that investigation was going on? And if there's evidence out there to that effect, and that's why they're afraid to turn it over, they're far better off turning it over, because at some point the judge may very well decide that dismissal is the appropriate.
Remember, in the OJ case, the N-word wasn't used around OJ. It wasn't involved in that investigation. And that discussion and those tapes for that book that he spoke to, Mark Furman spoke to, is what made its way into the case. And that bias impacted the jury.
And there were tapes of Furman saying the N-word too, but she's right. Like, he never once said the N-word about OJ. He said the N-word about other black people. And so it's like, it was real. And OJ was like famous for being like, I'm not black or white, I'm OJ. That was his whole thing. He was in fact black, but he didn't like the branding of being black, if that makes sense. He was OJ. He was his own brand.
Important reminder. The disgraced trooper was prepared to take the stand and answer questions about his conduct today, but he left without a word. However, that wasn't the case for his attorney, who quickly faced questions about his client's job status.
Can you say anything about Mr. Parker's efforts to get his job back? How likely that is? I'm not going to predict. I don't make predictions. We have a case, so I'm going to say.
So Proctor is currently in the process of appealing his termination from state police. He was fired back in March, again, in part for the vulgar text messages he sent about Reed, which were read aloud during her first trial. The state police trial board recommended Proctor be let go for sending derogatory texts about a suspect, providing confidential information to people outside law enforcement, also for creating an image that he was biased and consuming alcohol on duty.
So today, Alan Jackson, one of Karen Reed's defense lawyers, was a guest on WEEI's The Greg Hill Show.
We're going to watch.
Asked about how he'd feel if Michael Proctor got his job back.
We'll watch some of that in a little bit. But what's this? Who are these guys?
Wrong. Larry Smith was a Mass State Trooper for 22 years. He recently researched
that, and you didn't fire him, so it's
of the protection of the community. That we expect our law enforcement to do their job without bias, without favor, and conduct themselves professionally. And that's not what took place here at all.
Sue? Yeah, I mean, it would be a shame if Proctor got his job back. He probably will get his job back. I mean, if you look at the list of state troopers who have done things and didn't get.
He probably will get his job back. Really? Is that a thing? She's not saying that she wants him to get his job back, but she's saying he probably will. That's interesting.
Fired. Remember the overtime scandal? $236,000 was stolen from taxpayers. 46 troopers involved. Only one was actually terminated. There's issues of 14 years of sustained complaints and drug accusations, database misuse against one captain. He retired and got his $133,000 a year pension. I mean, and it goes on, right?
So what makes one worse than the other? What makes one a reason
and I know
for
this is
termination?
Pollyanna. I think what the public is going to say is, well, don't.
I don't know. What about Leah Genduso? With the union didn't save her, and she gave a mean Hummer. You know, that she couldn't even get saved from that. And she would have blown the whole friggin' command staff. There's no doubt in my mind. She would have done an excellent job too. They didn't give her the chance.
Proctor his job back, fire those people.
Well, no kidding. And this is a rare moment with Proctor of accountability within the state police. There's a new colonel, right? So we'll see what happens if those standards are going to be applied to Proctor and to others and subsequently anybody else who does anything wrong. The challenge, though, when you're going before a board is saying, you fired me for doing this, but this guy did that and you didn't fire him, so it's unfair to me. And that's the challenge. Which
is also true, actually.
It is.
And highly likely true. And that's the problem that the government, in this case, Commonwealth of Mass, finds himself in. When do you decide that you can finally move forward with accountability if all of these back cases, there was a pretty lenient system in place?
So we are not done yet.
No, it's never too late to do the right thing.
That is true.
Michael, Sue, thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. Our conversation continues.
I want to see these guys.
An expert, tunnel vision contributed to bad policing in those cases.
And he tells us he's found it in yet another case, leading us to wonder if tunnel vision or confirmation bias is spoiling too many state police investigations.
Part of the Karen Reed defense strategy was to accuse State Trooper Michael Proctor of something called confirmation bias, often described as tunnel vision.
He pre-selected Karen Reed from the start, and he ignored everything and everyone else.
If an investigator has tunnel vision, what are the risks?
You get it wrong. Larry Smith was a Mass State Trooper for 22 years. He recently researched the death of Charles Simone, a lesser-known state police case, where he fears investigators locked in on a conclusion in the first few minutes.
What happens with confirmation bias? You lock in on a target based off the evidence that you have, and now anything outside of that, you're just tunnel visioned, as we spoke, and you're focused on that.
53-year-old Charles Simone shared the second and third floors of this Medford multifamily with his son Joseph and his ex-wife, Angie. When the 14-year-old found his dad unresponsive on the couch in February of 2021, he called 911. Joey last talked to his father 4 days earlier, according to a Medford police report. His mother wasn't home that week, and his dad, an out-of-work personal trainer, seemed to never leave the living room during those days. Joey assumed Charlie, known to suffer from alcoholism, was just sleeping. Instead, his motionless body was decomposing.
It doesn't seem possible that he could have gone unnoticed for that length of time in basically an 1,100 square foot space.
Lucille Flynn is Charlie's sister. Investigators told her Charlie drank himself to death, mixing alcohol and a prescription drug.
It's just wrong that this wasn't investigated properly, I feel, as it should have been right from the start.
The police report shows Lucille insisted on a thorough investigation from day one. When she didn't get it, she conducted her own. Her independent pathologist could not rule out foul play. And her talks with family and friends, especially neighbors, uncovered alarming details. Discussing those details publicly, she says, could harm future court proceedings. But she shared them with Larry Smith. He's so convinced Lucille's onto something, he wrote a course outline to teach confirmation bias. He made the Simone investigation the case study.
But at the end of the day, the biases do have a huge effect in law enforcement if they're not addressed, not taught, not trained.
Since the Reed case, Lucille wrote to Colonel Jeff Noble at Mass State Police. He then assigned a senior trooper to take a look at her concerns. After almost 5 years, she hopes finally state police are listening.
Interesting.
In the Birchmore case, state police found signs of suicide at the scene. Smith suspects they got tunnel vision. When federal investigators reviewed the same case, they found evidence of murder and concluded a police officer was the killer. Law enforcement analyst Todd McGee joins the conversation now. Todd, I just want to say first, after that reporting, it is entirely possible that the investigators got this right, even though they made the call early. But isn't part of proving your theory right, chasing down the other possibilities and ruling them out?
100%. What happens in an investigation as a law enforcement professional because we're trained, we have ethical and moral standards that we have to follow, we have procedures and policy that we have to go by, and those are our guidelines. You're a fact finder. And when you're a fact finder, it's been proven to me in my career, the innocent get more innocent and the guilty get more guilty. So as you start down that pathway, and even if you like someone for a crime, if the elements don't match up,
I'm saying.
You have to move on and you have to follow the narrative that the
Yeah, I'm with you guys too. It's like, I think this whole, it was tunnel vision. It's like, no, or it was corruption. You can say it was tunnel vision on the part of people like Gallagher or it's like, but no, it was a deliberate act to, like, if you're planting taillight, that's not tunnel vision. That's corruption. Like, that's literally just taking taillight and planting it. Like, I feel like the tunnel vision is a way to get them out. Like, oh, it's not as bad. If the police have tunnel vision and they just assume Karen Reed did it and operate that way from there, it's like, then they're not acting maliciously to frame her. It's like, no, they planted taillight. You understand that? They deleted the ring camera footage of her getting back to the house. They deleted that. And then they said that she deleted it. When that turned out to be a complete lie. They deleted that. Right? So, I don't know. I don't like, I think that's kind of a cop-out.
evidence is playing out before you.
We did get a statement from the state police. It says 500 people in investigative roles at MSP are now receiving advanced investigative training. So prior to that statement, we heard it's not typical for investigators at Mass State Police to be trained for confirmation bias unless they specifically request it. Has that been your experience? And more importantly, this statement was just put out. So what do you take of the fact that 500 people in investigative roles are now receiving advanced investigative training?
Well, I think it's a good decision on the part of Colonel Noble. It's an opportunity to level set the Division of Investigation Services. And with that being said, you're reinforcing a standard of investigations. You're trying to regain that public trust that we as an agency are crossing our T's, we're dotting our I's, we're a professional agency, and this is what it's going to take to get us back to that standard.
All right, so
Yeah,
the
right.
statement that DC just mentioned, we've
Yeah,
got the full
right.
statement on our website from State Police, as well as the medical examiner's office that came in just a few minutes ago as well. So you took a closer look at the post-commission's disciplinary records. What did you find? What's standing out to you as you kind of go down the rabbit hole on this stuff?
Well, yes, you noted that's what I was doing today. It just is amazing to me that if I sent a text message to JC about you and used the language that Proctor used, I would be fired.
Right.
I don't have a gun.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
the number of things that police officers get to do
Thank you,
and get
Sue.
disciplined, they get suspended.
Yes.
You know, they might be urged to retire, but they don't get fired.
Yes.
And regular folks like us, if we did the same thing in the workplace, we would be fired and unhireable somewhere else. And again, these are the people we entrust with our safety. They have an enormous amount of power to detain us and arrest us and do all those things that the government grants them the authority to do. Yet they have, and they should have, a wide variety of support and trust their judgment and all of these things. At the same time, their behavior, I think, needs to be more concisely managed and held accountable to the same degree that our behavior has to be in our workplace.
I get the sense that the public's going to learn some more things based on the process we've started on already that they're very uncomfortable with. How does Colonel Noble get the public confidence back?
Well, things like this mandate of training is just one example, but you can't stop there. You also have to include your supervisory transparency. Our troopers in the field that are going out on investigations or just on mere patrol, following through the guidelines that are set forth very clearly in policy and procedure. If that happens, we're good. We're okay. The public trust is not breached. But as soon as we have someone that's on their own agenda, someone that maybe overlooks good, proper policing, now you're back in the jacket.
And in this case, it seemed to happen when everybody was watching.
Yes.
Everybody was watching.
Yes.
So is there one thing that Mass State Police could do that could help turn the ship beyond the start with the 500 getting more intense investigative training?
I think that's the tip of the iceberg.
Okay.
That's not enough. To be transparent myself, there's been over the last 10 years a number of scandals within the state police.
Oh, yeah.
Colonel Noble was brought in from the outside. First time a colonel was hired outside as opposed to an internal hire within the ranks of the state police. That was by design by the governor. So when she gave Colonel Noble his marching orders, it was to steer the ship off the rocks and get it back off into safe, smooth sailing. And this is just one example of his policy.
All right, we'll see if he can do it.
Thank you so much to both Sue and Todd for being with us tonight.
Yeah. So anyway, where to go? Yeah, so they didn't actually play the
Tonight,
video.
the spotlight.
So Judge Krupp, as we're gonna call him now, I hate that guy so much, and I'm glad everybody else saw him too. Like, he's such a. I'm looking for the video from my hearing on November, I think it was 1st of 2023. I thought I could find it on Canton TV's website. Let's navigate this together because I want to show you exactly who Judge Krupp is. Okay. So home video on demand search, because this could be it or no. All right. Search by title. How about Turtleboy? If I search Turtleboy on their thing. October 26th hearing comes up. Oh, if I search my real name. Oh, here it is. Okay, I got it. Let me pull this up. I'll show you. Just this guy sucks. If you guys have never seen this guy in action before, he's not cool. How about you see this guy right there in the green Turtleboy sweatshirt? That guy's name is Adam Hurst. He used to have a wrench on here. Diehard turtle rider. And he turned, when I went to jail, he turned into like an anti-Kearney person, anti-turtle. Came out of nowhere. He's like autistic and retarded. So anyway, he's in the front row for this. It's kind of funny. So this is Judge Krupp. We'll see. What's up, homies? That's how I roll into court. Okay, cool. You know? Oh, Jen O'Donnell's there. I don't think I'm going to be seeing her again anytime soon. Where's everyone going?
Can counsel on the Aidan Kearney matter identify themselves for the record?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Kenneth Miller for the Commonwealth.
Oh, God.
Hello, Your Honor. Timothy Bradle.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
This is my client, Aidan.
Thank you. I have, thank you, it contains various links to an appellate court to review, and so
So we were trying to get the stay away orders modified for this hearing. That's what we were doing there. And as we're going to see, this is my first time dealing with Judge Krupp. He's not cool.
I don't think today is going to be good, but I can supply it tomorrow morning if you like.
okay, we'll take those as an exhibit. Just make sure they.
Sort of looks askance at the First Amendment arguments here and wants to just treat this as a sort of a regular case. This is not a regular case. Your
What
Honor.
title?
This is an unprecedented
What's the title?
prosecution. The Commonwealth, I think, is in the sort of lost in the fog of war on the Karen Reed case. And
Fat
as a
Proctor.
result
Oh,
of
yeah.
that, they've been criticized. They've been taken to the woodshed, if you will, by Aidan Kearney.
Yeah, I took him to the
And
woodshed.
the very same squad of detectives that have been investigating that case, that have been roundly criticized, exposed, investigated by Mr. Kearney, they themselves have used the mechanism of the state to bring these charges. These charges are so unprecedented, Your Honor, that there's not only a First Amendment barrier to these charges, there's a due process barrier to these charges. The government, this is in my supplemental memo.
But they didn't have the benefit issues. Then you filed a supplemental argument, supplemental memo concurrent with the Commonwealth's filing. They addressed the First Amendment issue in their brief, but they didn't have the benefit of any. You don't have to advance any arguments. But if you are going to advance arguments which are complicated, sophisticated, and out of the ordinary, which is what you are arguing, you have to at least give the opposing side the opportunity to address the arguments. The arguments were framed by you under the First Amendment. I wanted the parties to address those in writing. Mr. Mello addressed those in writing. You also, to some extent, addressed them in writing, particularly Mr. Kearney's affidavit addresses them. But then you raised an entirely different argument in your supplemental filing, and I'll hear you now on it, but Mr. Mello may want an opportunity to address.
Need the protection. Suppose it's off limits if be able to defend it.
So let's talk about the due process argument. I think I understand your First Amendment argument.
Thank you,
Okay,
Your Honor.
let's talk about the due process argument. You say that your client doesn't know what's off limits.
Yeah.
That's correct, Judge. No one knows it's off limits. And I'll show you this in the thumb drive. There's hundreds of examples of reporters never been prosecuted or criticized even for showing up at people's sporting events, showing up at people's houses, taking video, asking tough questions. Those are the people that need the protection, Your Honor. The government, again, in the fog of war on the Karen Reed case, that's why they're doing this, because they're the ones that are getting exposed. There's never been a prosecution like this.
Pause.
Your Honor.
Hold
So
on.
there
Hold
can't
on.
be.
Hold on. What's going on with the chat? Did we lose the chat? I'm noticing no new chats coming up. At all. At all. There's no comments. All right, can people comment? Testing. What the fuck's happening right now? Anybody else notice this? Wait, oh, you can comment? Now all of a sudden it's everybody. Now all the comments are coming in. Okay, so everything's fixed now. Maybe the Twitter. I see the Twitter chats happening. It froze. Wait. Was I live? Did the whole thing shut down? Did the whole stream shut down, or just the chat? Weird. Okay. Just the chat. All right. Anyway, we're back because the chat's half the fun. Let's be honest.
Any fair notice to this? This is behavior that is flashed across news screens
So this is like Bradel early on. He didn't like, he'd been my lawyer for like 2 weeks at this point. A lot of people weren't happy with him because they're like, he didn't know the case that well at this point. He does much better now. He'd been in front of Judge Krupp before a million times, had nothing but good dealings with him before, and felt confident. And then I got in here, and as we're going to see, this hearing was a disaster.
All the time. Every journalist in this room probably has employed sharp tactics from time to time. It's not witness intimidation. And
you think
Here we go.
A journalist can call up a witness and say, it's Turtleboy from them Advantage Boys. Bang, 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 bang. We'll fuck any of you dogs up. You think any journalist can call up a witness and say that?
First of all, your delivery is way off, Judge Krupp. He's like, do you think a journal, like, so he's quoting the Colin Albert thing there. And it's like, the appropriate response to that is, Your Honor, he's mocking him. There's a bang bang video. You don't get the context, but he's just reading that. And this guy just hates me. You're right. He just hates me. There's no other, he fucking hates me. You know? And this is what Bradel says.
And not have it be construed as witness intimidation or a threat. You think that's the law?
yes, I do, Your Honor. Political hyperbole is protected. There was a case in the 60s.
I don't know if
where
that's
someone
political.
that was against the draft said that if you put a gun in my hand, the first person I'm going to go after is Lyndon B. Johnson. And the Supreme Court held that was political hyperbole.
He's right.
It is protected, Your Honor. It's very broad. And again, polite society might not like it, but frankly, at this point, Judge, I'm tired of talking about, gee whiz, we don't like this behavior, but gee whiz, I wouldn't do it, you wouldn't do it. Let's just talk about the First Amendment here. Let's talk about due process. Let's talk about the government's motives in doing this, which are to protect themselves from being exposed as in an investigation that stinks. That's what's going on here, Judge. This isn't someone who is spewing hate. This isn't the KKK in Brandenburg. This isn't the Nazis in Skokie. This is a journalist doing good work, exposing corruption, exposing the government. So it's not even people spewing hate speech.
Wait, Twisted's in the courtroom too? Is Twisted Tragedies in the courtroom?
Which is all
Not
protected.
is she really?
He's speaking out on matters of public concern. And in matters of public concern, as you know.
Oh, is that Twisted Tragedies right there? Is that her nodding along? Like, yeah.
The protection of the First Amendment is at its zenith. So back to the due process argument, Your Honor, there's nowhere that any of this behavior has ever been prosecuted.
Yeah.
And the cases that are cited by the government are all an opposite. They involve family members of defendants intimidating people in court.
So you're backing into the First Amendment. Question is, what's the due process challenge?
The due process challenge, judges, there's no fair notice.
The fair notice, this was
Oh God, Mello. Oh, there's Twisted Tragedies.
contained in Mass General Laws, Chapter 268, Sections 13A and 13B. It's extremely clear that
I miss
general
Mello.
court matters as well. Judge, they could be potential witnesses. The statute.
Wait, what's Twisted
They
doing?
don't even have to be witnesses, Judge. They could be potential witnesses. The statute's pretty clear that cannot be or protected from intimidation. This is not a First Amendment case, Your Honor. The defendant has stated alternatively on many of his blogs and his other internet sites
What?
that he is a journalist, an activist,
Yep.
and he's satirist.
Yes, a satirist, actually.
The
Yeah.
general court, in setting forth the language under Section 13B, clearly was looking to prohibit things such as walking up to someone's front door where a storm
What?
door with a glass front is
What?
closed, but the interior door is open, from walking up to that witness's door and videotaping the interior of the house.
What? What is he talking about? He's talking about that one time I went to Jen McCabe's door and knocked on her door and her freaking door was open and like that's witness intimidation. I wasn't even indicted for that.
The general court clearly intended to prohibit someone from attending the sports games.
What?
Of children.
What?
Of witnesses in cases.
What?
It clearly intended to prohibit an individual from chasing.
The state legislature tried to prohibit me from buying a ticket to a sport ball match. What?
A state trooper across the street outside of this court with a bullhorn.
Oh yeah, no bullhorns.
This is not journalism, Judge. This is activism. This is whatever you may call it.
Yes, yeah, which is also protected. Even if it's not journalism, it's still free speech. You're still allowed to say these things.
And certainly the government is not looking to define how journalists should conduct themselves. But when you look at it, you can see that
I guess so.
What they're defending for. They're not defending journalism.
We can talk around the edges about whether things are or aren't journalism, and we can talk about where the line is. But clearly, Mr. Kearney is reporting from his perspective on things related to the Reed case and putting things on it on the website and blogging about it. One can talk about the tone, one can talk about the content.
Yes.
But clearly he is reporting on matters of public interest.
Yes, he
not in
is.
a way sensitive
Right.
or sympathetic to the Commonwealth's
Yes,
position.
exactly.
But clearly there's a First Amendment interest
Yes.
in at least some of his
Yes,
action.
yes, there is. Thank you, Judge Krupp.
The district court judge issued an order saying that the defendant had to stay away from 7 different individuals and lists those 7 individuals, but didn't articulate a distance
No, he
from
didn't.
those individuals.
No, he didn't.
How far he has to stay away from them.
To include such things as a distance of state.
If Mr. Kearney were to get on a bullhorn and call out to witnesses or call out about witnesses in a way that would be direct or indirect contact,
Your Honor, the reason for that distance, the government would be the first to come before the court, Lieutenant Tully.
Hold on one second. Let me just see.
In a way that where he says, I'm not a threat to you, I'm not going to cause you any harm, but his actions are contrary to his words in many cases. He's called people and indicated, in one instance to one of the witnesses, has advocated on his pages, his web pages, has advocated for people to call the employer or to post on the employer's website, clearly intending to cause some economic harm.
Liz Proctor did the same thing to several people. It's okay when Liz Proctor does it. Okay.
That witness and jeopardize her job, hoping that, I would say by extension, you could assume that they would hope that the employer would come down on that particular witness for having brought that type of notoriety to the company.
So fucking what? Welcome to cancel culture. This happens to everybody. Like, I'm sorry, if your employer wants to, you have a right to contact someone's employer and be like, they shouldn't work there. You shouldn't employ this person. You have a right to do that. I'm sorry. That's just how the fucking First Amendment works, dude.
There are other instances where he's advocated for people to go to the business of an individual witness and order things.
That's a lie.
And
lie.
Not pay for them.
Complete lie.
Those have all been advocated for.
No, they have not.
And that's
Defend that.
He has.
Anyway, I'm looking for the Judge Krupp.
Stay away, no contact, because it says he will not be able to be in the same place as the journalism.
Yes.
Okay. 100-foot stay away.
Stifling the journalistic activity, the law.
Take the matter under advisement. Take me a little while to take a look at things. Of whatever
is a violation of the law. If Your Honor would require us to do so, we can.
I've read the documents. I don't require it. If you have video clips that you want to submit.
Sort of out of context sounds like it's something that might trouble the court. And what was really going on there, Judge, is that Mr. Kearney was calling a witness and satirizing his threatening video that Mr. Kearney had seen.
Yes, Colin
And
Albert.
Mr. Kearney was mocking that and repeating that back to him, what was said by the witness, roughly
Yes.
stated.
Right.
And he then shifted in that conversation into leaving a message about the Reed case, asking journalistic questions about the case.
Right, exactly.
So that's what's going on there. There was no attempt to threaten or violate the witness intimidation statute by satirizing the witness's own statements back to him. So I wanted-
What the intent was will be for a jury to determine. I'm
Sure.
faced with the statements, okay?
Sure. And I just
What
wanted to
the
give
intent
context in
was.
terms of, there's a number of factual disputes about
Will be up to a jury. Yeah, but you're the one that brought it up before as problematic. Okay, the Colin Albert quote. But
what's going on here. The
I'm
government.
sure there are.
And
I'm sure
you
there
know,
are.
the government up to the door. If a journalist walks up to the door with news cameras, without any no trespass, just flatly cites behavior amendment. You look at any of these factual.
Yeah.
But willfully threatening or attempting or causing physical, emotional, or economic injury to witnesses is another element of the witness intimidation statute.
Yes.
When you publicize somebody who is the wife of an investigator's job and say, and you say to my followers, call this job and let them know what you think about her. Or I don't think that's the way it's phrased. I think it's more like, there are these open websites, get at it and post on those websites. I am very much paraphrasing.
Yes.
But that's the sentiment of the conversation
And?
that's posted by your client, as I understand it.
Sure.
That is not reporting, that's advocacy.
Yes.
That's encouraging people to do something.
Yes.
To another party's economic disadvantage.
so fucking what? So what? Yeah, that's exactly what it was. So what? Or just telling your boss, like, yeah, like this is what your employees are up to. This is what your employee Elizabeth Proctor has been doing to people. She's a shitty person, and if you choose to associate with her, that's fine, but here's what we think of that. Like, you're allowed to do that. This is madness. Like, if Elizabeth Proctor is not the family member of a witness, this would not be illegal. Like, there's special classes of citizens in Massachusetts thanks to this stupid law.
When you tell my followers to go and call a restaurant and order food and don't go and
That's
pick it up
never
and don't
happened.
pay for it,
That's
and
never
that's
happened.
What happens.
That's never happened.
That's economic injury.
That's never
it
happened.
certainly may cause emotional injury too.
Oh, no,
but
not
it's certainly
emotional
economic injury, which is an element of the witness intimidation statute separate from
That never
harassment.
happened.
So I don't think you're telling me that first clause of the
It's like, yeah, so what about the people trying to file bar complaints against Alan Jackson? Is that not trying to cause economic harm? Like, it's like insane. The people that are trying to report Karen Reed's Give, Send, Go, or the people that are trying to stop the raffles for Karen Reed, is that not trying to cause economic harm to a potential witness? Of course it is. Like, if we're going to go, this whole thing is stupid. All of this is stupid. All of this should be allowed.
witness intimidation statute does not apply in a First Amendment context.
What?
It sounds to me like what you're arguing is that the actions by your client did not attempt to cause emotional or economic injury.
That's right.
It seems like what you're arguing, but I want to make sure I understand clearly what it is you are arguing.
I appreciate that, Your Honor. That's part of what I'm arguing, absolutely. But the second part of it, Judge, is that if you look at the analogous framework in O'Brien v. Borowski, economic injury is not allowed. Economic injury violates the First Amendment, criminalizing that. You're allowed to say to people, I'm going to sue you and destroy you. Why that shouldn't be applied.
That case's ruling in the 258E context was applied to the witness intimidation statute to say that nothing other than what constitutes actionable harassment under 258E can be.
No such case, Your Honor. That's why the court is. The Boston or Washington, D.C.
And I'll get whatever I get tomorrow, and you get a ruling from me. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, cool. So, yeah. Anyway, so that Judge Crap sucks. So like when I saw it from him today, did not surprise me. I mean, he basically said that, oh, we'll just do this another, like Lally was in the middle of testimony and they just canceled it because I don't even understand what happened. But apparently they gave the defense for Myles King some piecemeal discovery, a little bit here and there, and they need to both go over. It's just like the Commonwealth should get the least benefit of the doubt that, of both parties. Like they get more benefit of the doubt from, because they're the ones trying to put people in jail. The standard should be higher for them, but it's clearly not. They're not held to any sort of standard because these stupid judges just keep letting them get off the hook. Anyway, I interviewed, you guys might have seen my interview with disgraced former Trooper Michael Proctor afterwards, and I want to play it for you guys so you guys can see it, and I want to talk about my thoughts on this. This should be interesting. Oh boy. Is Liz still contacting people's employers?
Homicide case focused on the victim's family.
I love it.
Not gonna predict. I don't make predictions. We have a case. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mr. Proctor, would you like to say anything about your family?
I got no comment.
About your wife calling people's jobs to get them in trouble.
Any delay in search warrant?
Have a nice day. Have a nice day, everybody.
Any comment? Yeah, I didn't think so.
I love it.
Have a nice day.
How's the diet going? Good? How's it? No? Not very good.
Nice tan line.
Nice.
Proctor,
Yeah, look at that tan line. Look at that fucking tan line on his head. Look at this guy. And we call him Triple Dip Cosgrove. This guy's Triple Chin Proctor. There he is there. Eating healthy, as we can see. Eating healthy. He's just a little fat kid, like from back in his sister's tuba days. Look at him. Now, I got to be honest with you. This was not me. And some people were like, oh man, I was not like Turtleboy. Yeah, I had so many. Oh my God. This is the first time I've ever had a chance to talk to Michael Proctor face to face like this, right? He usually hides. And I had so many questions I wanted to ask him. Like, why'd you tell the grand jury you're scared of me? Are you really scared of me? Or I want to ask him, like, why'd you plan all that taillight? Why'd you lie? Like, I have oh my God, the amount of questions I have from Michael Proctor, like, holy shit. But this is what's called the chilling effect. Because I'm on bail, I have to constantly be worried about, like, am I going to go to jail for asking a question? And it's fucked up. It's fucked up. And I appreciate the compliment, Richie, but I don't think I did perfect. Like, I'm not happy with my question. I'm disappointed in myself when I saw this, because I'm like, nah, old Turtleboy would have just nailed this guy to the cross. It's so fucked up. Like, that's what's fucked up about this. You should be able to ask this scumbag anything. But anyway.
Obtained employment since being terminated by the state police. Hello, Mr. Attorney.
Hello, Mr. Media.
I'm Mr. Media now. That's my new.
Maybe you can answer. Has Mr. Proctor obtained employment since being terminated by the state police?
Going to go to communication school.
He's going to go to communication school. Okay. So first of all, thought about, when afterwards you're like, oh man, I should have said this. In the moment, you're like, oh fuck. But in the moment, you're not like quick on your feet. So I'm like, oh, and now as soon as like George with the jerk store line, like, oh, I should have came up with the jerk store line. That's what I thought of immediately after this. I'm like, oh man, communicate. I should have been like, oh, did his professor talk about how not to send messages about balloon knots? Is that something he learned in his communication classes or anything like that? Like, how could I not talk about, he just said that Proctor's majoring in communications, going to communication school, and I didn't bring up the text messages. It's like, bro, Come on. Like that was the ultimate setup right there. I had sex with your wife. It's like, I'm going with the jerk store. Oh my God.
That's good. Never too late.
Never too late. Never too late.
Okay. Do you know why Brian Tully was here today? Is he involved in this case?
Where's the DA?
Where can I find him?
I don't know. They're in their office. They get an office.
Michael Morrissey's like a hermit. No one can find him.
They got an office in the building.
I know.
Bro, why does he have an indentation in the back? What is going on? Oh, I see what happened here. You actually see this. He has one of those hats with like the, he doesn't even have a fitted hat. He's got, look at the hat. He's got the whole tan line. Oh my God, dude.
Never seen Michael Morrissey in the flesh. I don't think anyone has. He didn't come to a single day of the Karen Reed hearing trial, even though it's like kind of like a high profile trial. It was just weird not seeing the DA there, but yeah.
Are we all set?
Yeah, I'm just filming. Is that okay?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I love how Proctor just waits. Like he's just like, what do I do? He just does. I can't leave without you, Daddy. You know, my free court-appointed spam attorney here. What do I do? And he starts walking away, turns around. I think he likes me too. You know, he called me Mr. Media. And you know, but he's just like, so now like when he starts doing this, now I'm getting a little bit worried. You'll see why.
Starting anything.
Okay. What are you filming for? What do you want to know?
Well, you heard my questions.
So what am I see? This is when earlier, why like old Turtleboy, if I was asked that about like, what are you filming for? What do you want to know? Oh, how much time you got? Oh, I want to know everything. I have a lot of questions for your scumbag client who protected a bunch of cop killers. And that's what I want to know. I want to know about that. I feel like this guy doesn't really know much about Turtleboy. But I'm like, what do I want to know? I want to know why he said that Karen Reed's car was towed at 5:30 when he knew goddamn well it was towed at 4:15. I want to know why. I want to know what he thinks of Nicholas Barrow saying that the taillight didn't look like that at Bill Reed's house. I want to know how it got like that. I want to know why he was meddling around in the Sallyport garage with Karen's taillights as soon as it came in there. I want to know all about that shit. But this is the chilling effect. I'm on bail, bro. I've been to jail. These people are watching everything I'm doing. And so I'm like, I don't need another, like they're looking for any excuse to lock me back up. So I can't even fuck with this shit. I can't even like exercise my First Amendment rights because I've been completely neutered by these assholes. And I will get my First Amendment rights back. And like, we got a long way to go in life. You know, these charges aren't going to last forever. And eventually old Turtleboy will be back asking real questions, tough questions. But, you know, as soon as he starts doing this, now he's kind of put me in the position here where I'm like, he's like, what are you doing? You know, it's like, well, next thing you know, he's going to accuse me of harassment. That's all they got to do is just accuse me of harassment. So I can't fuck with that. I can't fuck with that anymore, you know?
What, where's Mr. Tully?
Well, that, and most people want to know, like, what's Mr. Proctor doing for work these days?
That's nobody's business.
I know, but I'm just asking. It's not a crime to ask, right?
It's nobody's business.
Okay.
Mr. Tully, go ask the DA's office. I don't know if he's here.
Have you seen the DA?
Who? Morrissey?
Yeah, Morrissey.
No.
No one
seen
has.
him in years.
You'll-
Seen him in years.
Yeah, welcome to the club. You know?
But we don't have that answer, so why don't we just let this go?
Let what go?
Well, you're following him.
Oh.
To his car.
Well, I'm just filming.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I can.
See, what old Turtleboy would have said. So I have the right to follow him to his car. I have the right to do that. But again, I'm not giving them any ammunition to like fuck. They'll probably try to use this against me. No doubt about it.
Leave if you want. I just wanted.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll let him go.
Chipper. And I noticed like, okay, and I turn around and like, yep, there is other media there, you know, so there are people watching that shit, but you know, there's that. Okay. And so, yeah, you know what, Rabbit. So obviously, so not much else is going on. My plan today was to talk about what actually happened in court, but nothing happened in court. And so I'm like, oh man, what am I going to talk about? So I'm going down these rabbit holes. I've talked about the Raoul Valley trial, and I'm planning on doing a deep dive into that. But the rabbit hole that I went down last night, I went down to Courtney Clenney. You might have just seen it come up on my algorithm there. The Courtney Clenney, I think her name, Clemmer or Clenner, Courtney Clenney. Okay. She was the Onlyfans model who was charged with murdering her boyfriend in 2022. And I remember that when it first happened, and it was framed as self-defense. And I went down some of you might have done this already. I went down the rabbit hole. I watched all of the body cam videos. I watched the interrogation videos. I watched all of their old fight videos. Holy shit. I got it. That girl, I watched it and I'm like, oh my God, it's Lindsay Gattani on steroids. That's what this was. And it's just, I'm reading this guy's messages, and we can get into some of this shit, but I'm like, oh my God, it's me. It's Black Turtleboy, because the guy's black. I'm like, holy shit, this is like this. It's Black Turtleboy. And he's like, his responses to her, I'm like, these are the exact conversations that I had with the fake victim, like the exact fucking conversations. Like, and it's the same shit. It was the same shit. Except she actually has parents who are just as big scumbags. Like, so I want to get into the Courtney Clenney thing. That's not the other thing I want to go down. Maybe we'll have time to quickly get into it tonight and talk more about it on Saturday. But holy shit, she's fucking. I remember when it first happened, I felt bad for her because I thought it was self-defense. That's how it was framed as self-defense. No. This was like bound to happen. Like, holy shit. Like, this was a matter of time. Like, she's fucking evil, dude. And she sucks. She sucks so bad. And I couldn't happen to a worse person. Like, fucking evil. He did not seem abusive at all. He seemed like a battered man, and I can relate to him because, again, he's Black Turtleboy. I'm watching this guy, and he is a battered man that was falsely like, dude. That guy was fucking did nothing wrong at all. Fuck that shit. You know. And you watch the videos of her hitting him. Like, every video is just him. He puts his arms up to like fucking brace her and like stop her. Like, there isn't a single video of him being aggressive. Like, she thinks she can just fucking hit him whenever she wants, you know? But yeah. So maybe we'll jump into it a little bit here, but I definitely want to do more of a show on the Courtney Clenney thing, because I don't know when that's going to trial. I'd forgotten about that. I'm like, is she in jail or what? Yeah, she's been in jail. She does not look the same without makeup on either. Like, holy shit. Makeup should be illegal. He is completely fucking innocent, that guy. He deserved nothing. And first of all, I'm like, listen to her fucking lie. The part I don't understand is why she just didn't admit to stabbing him. And just be like, yeah, he fucking came up to me. He was aggressive and backed me into the corner. And I'm like, felt cornered and I fucking jabbed it at him. I didn't mean to do it. You know what I mean? That's what I would have said. Instead, she's doing this whole thing where she's like a fucking knife thrower across the room. I threw the knife at him. What? Who's going to believe that? Who's going to believe that? Makes no sense at all. Dude, he never, it's like I swear to go back and listen to the Christmas Eve video of with me and the fake victim. It's the same shit. It's almost the exact same shit. Like, every time when I heard the tapes between Christian Abaselli, is that how you say his last name? Abaselli, and her, dude, she's fucking evil, dude. Like, evil. evil and thinks she did nothing. Like, I got to do a whole thing on her because she's evil. And I don't know when the trial for this is going to happen. It was over 3 years ago she was arrested. Yeah, we are talking about Courtney Clenney, you know, and it was over 3 years ago that she was arrested for this. And I don't like, when's it going to trial? That's it. But you know, she's going to have like a high, bro. She made so much money on OnlyFans, millions of dollars. She was like fucking rich. She had 2 million followers on Instagram. Like, that's crazy. My only question is, so they say she's an OnlyFans model. Like, so my question for that is like, so does that mean, are they giving like, I don't want to get demonetized. I'm trying not to say the demonetized words. Is she filleting him? Is she filleting other men on video, or does she just go on there and, you know, flick the bean a little bit? How does that work? What do you, I know it's porn, but I'm asking, what kind of porn is this? Like, is it just her being like, oh, here's you will never get this. You will never get this. Like that kind of thing. Or like, here's some nipples. What do you think of these boys? Something like that. Or is she on there just be like, here's me getting double penetrated? That's my question. Because who would pay money? Like, I don't understand how these people make money. Do people not realize that porn is free? Oh, so you can pay them to do certain things. Oh, that makes sense. So it's like Turtle Club for porn. Oh, I see. But there's like, I don't want to watch one person alone, though. That's kind of boring. And maybe some people are into that. I would be like, I'm not paying you to sit there and fiddle your bean. You know, I don't, that just doesn't do it for me. It just doesn't, that just doesn't do it for me. I need some action, you know. There's got to be more than one person. I can't do it. Apparently, I guess some guys might be into that. That just does. I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying to have some hoe go on camera and, you know, play with the lady bits a little bit. Strum the, whatever you call that thing, right? Do your thing. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get demonetized. So I'm trying not to, but, yeah, play with the roast beef. I don't need to do that. Rearrange the pieces of the ham sandwich. Okay. I don't need that. I don't need to, why would I want to pay for that? Like, that doesn't do it for me. You know, I would assume there's got to be a component where like you could pay a lot of money and then she watches you. I can picture guys, some people being into that, you know, that's got to be a thing. But like, I don't know. I've never done the OnlyFans thing because porn's free. I don't know if people know that. You just go on and, okay, I already lost it with Monte. So yeah, I mean, I want to see, like, when I watch porn, I want to see people fucking. Like, that's the whole point of porn, is I want to see fucking. And I'm not even into the lesbian porn stuff. It just doesn't do it for me because I can't relate. Because I need, like, that's why people want, you know, dick and pussy porn, is because it's like everyone can relate to that. You know, because you got a dick or a pussy, so everyone can relate to that, right? So I don't watch I don't do the lesbian porn. I don't do the you know, the one girl porn. It's weird, you know. That's what I'm into. But again, I also do I have this right? So you could be like, hey, dude, fucking bend her over right now for me. Is that how the customers? So you put $100 in the machine, and they're like, "Hey, type it in." You're like, "Hey, stick it in her ass." Can you, like? Is that how it works? I don't know. This is true crime. This is true crime because she is an OnlyFans model and she's made a lot of money off it. So I just don't understand. I'm out of the game. Maybe I'm too old for this shit. I don't know. I don't get it. It's just like, porn's free, right? I don't know, but we could talk about that another time. Let me read some, just talk about how you can't change a key fob better. Okay. Hold on with that, because I got a lot of blowback from this. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to go get my key fob. I'm going to show all you motherfuckers this. Hold on. All right. So look it. So this is a key fob. Lexus. And there's this. Right? Wasn't starting the car the other day. So I call them up and they're like, so you gotta press this thing on the side. See it? It's a button. It says push on it. See this thing? All right. So you push it. And what's supposed to happen when you push it is the other key thing is supposed to just pop out of it. That's what they said. I'm not stupid. I know how to push. I can push, do this and that, and nothing comes out. There's nothing in it. Okay? There's nothing in it. So what the fuck? Like, what am I missing here? So all the people are like, oh, it's so easy. It's not working. I don't know what I'm not stupid. I didn't want to drive to Orleans, but nothing was, I pressed this and nothing happens. I don't know if the thing is not in it. So you're just wrong. No key pops out. There's nothing in it. And the key also wouldn't start the car. The key would open the door to the car. The key would not start it. Okay? So there's no key in it. So all you fucking douchebags out there talking about, oh, he doesn't even know how to work key fob. Oh, yeah, I'm an expert on the fucking key fob. No, motherfucker. No. I know how to work fucking key fob. I can follow directions. Okay? There's no fucking key inside it. It's not working. It's supposed to have a thing. There's no thing inside it. There's nothing. So go fuck yourselves. Hate that shit. I was right. Again, boom. Suck on that. Anyway, let me read some turtle chats, shall we? All right. Holly sends $25 and goes, I agree. Giving KP a platform is good for KP no matter what. We should all ignore everything she says and pretend she doesn't exist. Will you please give a shout out to the love of my life, Dawn? You are the love of my life, my soulmate. I see how beautiful you shine from within. You are my superhero. That is so sweet, Holly. I love a good love story. I love it. I love like authentic love like that because I think it's rare. I really do think it's rare. It's when I see people like that are married and shit and like madly in love with each other still, and they're still fucking all the time. It's like, man, that's so cool. Because I don't know that many people like that. And, I feel like most people just kind of going through the motions, whatever. So that's really cool. Like you can feel it in there. Like she's like, I'm going to pay $25 and tell this motherfucker I love him. Tell this motherfucker I love him so much. That's cool. That's very cool. I like that a lot. So good for you. All right. Next up, Jenny sends $5. And I'm not saying that's like, I obviously, like divorced. Hello, but, it is what it is. And I don't even know. It's like the Matas. Yeah. That's a good example. The Matas, they really love each other. You could tell, that's a cool thing that they got going on. But Anyway, back to this. All right, Jenny sends $5. Goes, Proctor's sunburned tanned hat was the best part of today. I agree. That was awesome. Crystal sends $5. Goes, no children, no doxing, no semen. At least not in that order. But thank you very much. Next up, Kyle V. Dot sends $10 and goes, Cosgrove's entire case smells like hot dog water. Dump truck. Appreciate that, sir. Thank you. Lee from Plainville sends $10 and goes, I hope your betrayal has nothing to do with the movie deal. You deserve a movie more. No, it has. That's one thing I will tell you. It has zero to do with the movie deal whatsoever. The movie's still on. We're still going strong, etc. Angie sends $5 goes, hey there, Turtle. I thought the hearing today in the King case was insane. I see what the court is coming from, but at the same time, it's frustrating given what happened with Karen's case and what is going on with yours. I'm slowly trying to convince more friends to check out your case here in Idaho, as well as some of my friends from Puerto Rico. I hope you have an awesome week. Get to do at least one thing fun with your kiddos. Well, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. And enjoy your potatoes out there. All right, next up. Montana, the Sexican Mexican, sends $5 and goes, yo, Turtle, here's $5. I'd send more, but I'm a broke fuck. However, I am loyal. Hashtag free the turtle. Thank you, Montana. I appreciate that. Raider Kev sends $5 and goes, do you think the Commonwealth will pressure the O'Keefe family to drop the civil suit because of AJ's comments today about evidence that will come out? Oh, yeah. Remind me to play AJ's. Let's watch that right now, actually. Let's watch part of that right now. WEEI. Oh, it's a 20
in a case that
hold on. I can't watch the whole thing.
Many in the nation and certainly around here were obsessed with. And joining us this morning,
I've agreed to join Karen and her very capable defense team in the civil action. So I'll be coming back to Boston. You haven't seen the last of me yet. And the really good news is I'm going to be bringing Elizabeth Little with me as well. So the band is not just staying together, getting back together, but we're intending on writing a few new chapters.
That legal team, you're the legal team that you have joined, has sent subpoenas to the Mass State Police and the Norfolk DA's office, seeking information on witnesses who testified at the trial, on Michael Proctor, and on evidence from the federal investigation. We discussed the federal investigation a lot on this show. From your perspective, in your opinion, did that federal investigation end?
No, I've never heard of such a thing. I know what Mr. Brennan said. I know what the hired gun said in court about being contacted and there being a closure to the case. We weren't contacted. I was never contacted. I've never heard a word of that directly from the horse's mouth. And I've been doing this for a long time. And I can tell you it's not a thing. It's just not you just don't do that. As a prosecutor, especially a federal prosecutor, you don't look at the target, call the target and say, oh yeah, we're done. We're done here. What if something new comes up tomorrow or next week or next month and you're within the statute? You don't quote unquote close investigations. So that's something that I'd never heard of. And I know in my,
I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, I reported otherwise. So, and that was directly from the horse's mouth. So maybe there's a miscommunication there or something. I don't fucking know. But I get his larger point is that an investigation never really ends. If somebody comes forward with evidence, of course they're going to hear it.
Opinion, there's no such thing as a quote unquote closed investigation. They can say whatever they want over at the Norfolk DA's office. I'm sure that was a curated comment or a series of comments that I'll leave it to the feds to do what the feds do best, and that is to investigate. And that's exactly what I think is continuing to happen. But that's just my opinion.
Speaking of the DA's office, should the taxpayers in this state be concerned with how much was spent on both of these trials?
Oh God, yes. Yeah. This is the DA's office serves at the pleasure of the public. He's an elected official. He's got responsibility to the public for their confidence and to their pocketbooks. I have no idea how much they spent. I know how much we spent. And I can imagine they spent as much or more. I mean, there were millions and millions and millions of dollars of taxpayer money spent that was completely unnecessary because of a persecution, not a prosecution, because of some sort of a personal vendetta. After the first trial, everybody knew what had happened inside that jury room, inside that deliberation room. She was acquitted. I've talked about this, the fact that Karen and I and our team may be the only attorney-client relationship where we've actually acquitted someone of murder twice. in the same case with the same charges. They knew that they couldn't prove this case coming out of the first trial. They knew they couldn't prove the case going turned from a professional objective prosecution of a case to a personal vendetta, and it cost the taxpayers failed prosecution.
Which is odd. You worked in the DA's office in.
Does, and if Michael Morrissey didn't have those kinds of prosecutors who could try the case capably, then maybe he needs to find another job. That's his only job, is to populate the courtrooms with people who are competent, not just competent, but ethical. I don't know, maybe there were some ethical prosecutors inside that office who said, not just, I can't. They probably could have prosecuted the case. It's just a matter of calling witnesses and doing an opening and closing statement, putting on some evidence. I think they had prosecutors who said they wouldn't because it's unethical. They didn't believe in it. So what does he do? He goes outside the parameters of the contours of his office and finds some defense attorney to come on board and switch paths midstream and become a prosecutor. It's outrageous.
Yep.
We don't see this kind of thing.
Alan, I was so impressed with how you and your team were able to handle the first trial and the second trial, but it did feel so drastically different, the way in which you decided to handle witnesses. And the first trial seemed like there was just bombshell after bombshell. It was much more McAlbert's heavy, while the second trial was much more database. What went into the decision to kind of switch things up and choose to go down that road at this point?
The SUV never hit John. He wasn't killed by being hit by a car. That's the basic postulate. In the second trial, it was very clear that the prosecution was going to do something different. They were going to be and pivot with the prosecution, because you're not just parrying, you're defending, but you're also to everything they say about the data, because the data actually served our purposes. The data proved for Went altogether. We knew that there was a chance they would do that. We didn't know until they closed their case who they were and weren't going to call. They didn't have to tell us in advance what their trial strategy was, but we were ready and able to sort of pivot on the move to not just defend against what they were presenting data-wise, but to attack them for not calling people like, oh, I don't know, how about Michael Proctor, the lead investigator on whose shoulders you base the entire prosecution, and you don't call him. So we knew that there was going to be some shifts, and part of being a good trial lawyer is to be able to make those shifts sort of on the fly, and that's what we did. And we did it with Karen's approval and with the rest of the team's approval.
Speaking of Michael Proctor, he has had a civil.
But I don't know if we have like the slow chat. I don't like the slow chat. I like a fucking free-for-all in the chat. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I don't like the slow chat. I like comment as much as you fucking want. That's what I say. I get that people don't sometimes. I love it. I love a fucking crazy chat. You know, I love it because I'm watching it now. It is slow. There's 8,000 people watching. I'll regret it. I don't know. I like the free for all. I like the free for all. I say we do it. What's the downside? You know, what's the downside to a free for all? It's just that, you know, people don't, you can always, little hint, when I'm watching a live chat, I don't actually read like if I see something, sometimes I'll not pause the chat, but kind of scroll up a little bit, and that stops it from populating so I can read it like there. You know what I mean? I don't know how you guys feel about, maybe we'll do a poll right now. Let's do a poll. Let's leave it up to the people. Let's let the people decide around here. People like it's too fast to read. I get it, but you can slow it down by just scrolling up a little. You know, a little tip I pull. Okay, turned on slow mode or off? Turn on slow mode. Send a message. Oh, okay. I just want to see what people like more. Do you like slow chat or free for all? Let's see what the people say. I think I know how people are going to go. Let's see what the vote is. Do you like the slow chat or the free for all? What do you say? Okay, this is yeah. Oh, okay, 17%. I see. Oh, 26%. So there are 29% say slow chat. That's interesting. Yeah, just don't spam the chat, right? I mean, that's the whole thing. All right, cool. Anyway. 63 to 37. That's interesting. So it's closer than I thought. All right. We'll see what happens. All right, cool. Back to this.
Service hearing yesterday trying to get his job back, saying that
Good luck.
Suggestion is that he was not treated like other troopers. Does he deserve to be a trooper in Massachusetts?
Oh my God! No, please tell me they're not going to give him his job back. He's claiming he wasn't treated like other troopers. Well, then act like other troopers. Don't do what you did, which is to take your trooper's hat off and to become sort of a sideshow. This guy had so many biases going into the case. I mean, it was embarrassing. I don't need to go into, and I won't go into all the details of what he did, not just to the investigation, but to Karen Reed personally, just dehumanizing her is a privilege, Greg and Courtney. That's a privilege. That is not a right. And he's lost all his right to carry a badge and a gun. He's an embarrassment. He should never, ever, ever be in a position to control. The
scale of 1 to 10, how much do you miss Judge Bev?
Oh my God, that's a whopper. I go the rest of my life and never have to walk into a room with Judge Bev. God bless her. It'll be too soon. Yeah. And by the way, that's the other thing. Is, I don't have to say it. I was right there in the mix. I was in the fishbowl. I was wondering if others were clocking what I was seeing. Sometimes you're so far in it, like a fish that doesn't know it's wet. I wasn't sure if others were seeing what I was seeing inside that courtroom. But a judge's job is to absolutely be unbiased, to put all of the biases aside. Everybody comes into life in any situation with certain biases. The job of a judge is to put those biases aside. And she showed very, very quickly and undeniably that she could not and would not do that. There were rampant biases in favor of the prosecution, in favor of the Commonwealth, in favor of Mr. Lally and Mr. McLaughlin, in favor of Mr. Brennan once he took over, and against the defense from nearly day one, nearly from the moment I walked into court the first time on September 25th, 2022. So no, there was a breakdown of the entire system, and she was part of it.
He doesn't give a shit.
Do you believe that there was a conspiracy to frame Karen Reed? Or we debated this a lot on this show with Curtis. Or do you think it was just awful investigative work?
He doesn't, Kelly.
It's a combination of both, for sure, in my opinion. A combination of both. It was an awful investigative work, but it wasn't just incompetence. It went beyond just incompetence. You could read in Michael Proctor's text messages that it wasn't just incompetence. He had a view of her. He had a thought process about her from nearly day one, right? 16 hours into the investigation, he was already determining that he was going to make sure that it was going to get pinned on the girl. She's going to pay for this. Right? He said it out loud. He said the quiet part out loud. So it's not just incompetence. So now once you go beyond, outside the parameters, an officer has lost his life. And we also know that we're going to pin it on this girl. Person that's supposed to be investigating is connected to and related to
those making their way around social media of inside 34 Fairview. It seems like the new owners let you guys inside, whether you were down in the basement looking at the flooring that was pulled up inside the garage. Right. There was a video of you outside yelling, and from the Albert's bedroom, you could hear yourself pretty clearly. Will there be any type of, I know that you guys have signed on for different media rights. Will there be any type of way to dive deeper into that? Will that come up in anything?
Well, the pain point that the plaintiffs are going to have in their civil suit is this is a very different lawsuit. It's not a criminal lawsuit, and it's certainly not being governed by Judge Beverly Canoni, who kept out so much of that information. That's why you're seeing it on social media rather than having seen it in the courtroom. All of it was relevant. We attempted to get most of it in, and we were denied, both in the first trial and the second trial. So this new lawsuit is probably a very good platform, I'd say, I would suggest to you, for a lot of that information to be aired out completely. So yeah, I don't. That's not the last you're going to see of that information.
That's interesting stuff. He's basically saying, this is why he's coming onto this case, is because he's like, oh, cool. We're not in front of Auntie Bev. We're in a completely different judge's courtroom. That means we can enter into evidence all the stuff from inside the house, all the investigation that we did, all the shit we're seeing on Twitter. That gets to be aired in the public courtroom. Let's do it. Let's do it.
A lot of other information.
To be clear, when you said this new lawsuit is, so you're joining her civil defense team to defend against the wrongful death suit. Are you also, right. Is Karen also planning a federal lawsuit on this case?
So that's an interesting question, not one that I'm willing to talk about right now. But we have a lawsuit.
Can I remind you you're under oath?
Counselor, I object, and I move to strike that comment from the record immediately.
By the way, also, I offered countless legal strategies during the trial to Alan. Didn't use a single one of them. I just want to make that clear right now.
I think Alan needs your help.
I've seen carnival psychics with a better track record than Greg when it comes to legal prowess. I'm just suggesting maybe not corner and get punched. Right? Everybody has a plan. I would suggest the following: everybody has a plan, as the old saying goes, that Mike Tyson made famous, until they get hit in the mouth. And Karen Reed has shown that she knows how to hit others in the mouth, meaning how to fight back. I doubt seriously she's going to be a wallflower during the course of this new litigation. So whatever that means, we'll see.
Okay. Alan, I know you're probably got something else to do this morning than talk to us. I just am so curious about the period between the trials. As someone who's, I don't understand, I've never studied law. Is there any prerequisite or is there any onus on the Norfolk County DA to prove either new information, or how did you go from the ending and the conclusion of the mistrial into the beginning of the next trial? What was that process like, and what did the state?
I mean, Curtis banged, I'll give him this one. Chris Curtis banged Lucy Burge, who is fucking hot. I don't give a shit. She fucking hot. She was working under him, but respect, because she looks fucking good. I don't care. Good for you, Curtis.
Have to do.
That's a great question. The state has an obligation, an ongoing obligation, to ensure that they do not ever present a case in front of a jury that they do not believe can be proved beyond any and all reasonable doubt to a jury of 12 objective community members. All right, that's the postulate, right? That's the baseline. They have an ongoing obligation to establish. That's the ethics of a prosecutor. You cannot just prosecute a case because it sits on your desk. You have to be convinced as a prosecutor, as an ethical prosecutor, that you can prove the case, prove all the elements of all the charges beyond any and all reasonable doubt to a jury, an independent jury. So after the first trial, it was our thought, there's no way that these folks are going to come back to the drawing board and say, oh yeah, we're going to do this again. It was nearly 4 months the first time, 3 months and a few days the first time. It ended with, very famously now, it ended with acquittals that were not recorded. Of course, the DA's office is going to go back, sit down at their desk, take a deep breath and realize, hey, you know what, guys and gals, we did the best we could. We put this case forward the first time, didn't work out. It's not going to work out any better. We don't have any new and different evidence. It's going to be the exact same thing the second time. It's going to cost the taxpayers millions and millions of dollars. We're going to take the loss and walk away. It's the just thing to do. That's the conversation they never had. What Michael Morrissey conversely did, if he goes back to the drawing board and says, who can I hire outside the office who's willing to take this piece of garbage?
Wait till you see the unimpounded messages with Morrissey about this too. Holy shit, your minds are going to be blown.
Lawsuit and prosecute it. Oh, nobody in the office? I'll just go pay someone. I'll literally, it's offensive. It's offensive. I'm just going to go write someone a big enough check, basically bribe someone to come on board with a big check and prosecute the case that nobody else in the office can or will do. So what happened between the first and second trial is offensive. It never should have happened. And it was a complete abrogation of their obligations. And it's in keeping with Michael Morrissey's entire tenure as a DA.
Do you think it goes here in Massachusetts?
To its core. To its core. And that, when I say that, I don't mean that every single Massachusetts State Police officer in the fire and the fights and
all right, we'll stop it there. Back to the turtle chats. You guys got the point here. All right, cool. So do I think they will pressure the O'Keefe family to drop the civil suit? No, they're too retarded to. Courtney sends $20, goes, how weird was it to be back in the same Karen Reed courtroom today? Media daddy. Oh, I'm a media daddy now. I've been in that courtroom so many times for my hearings too. I was let out of jail in that courtroom. It was crowded in there. There was a lot of freaking people. Holy shit. But they saved a seat for media daddy though. They did. So I got to be inside the courtroom. I was right behind Lally for some reason. But I was probably there for 10 minutes before it ended. And that was the end of the day. All right, next up. Sandra sends $5, goes, whatever happened with the podcast douchebags? Oh, I forgot about that. I don't know. I got to get on that. Thank you. Your fiance sends $10, goes, I fell asleep listening to you on Saturday and I dreamt that we were dating and you proposed to me. I said yes. Oh, that's good. That'd be awkward that'd be weird if you said no in your dreams, but you don't want to marry me. It wouldn't be good. So I appreciate that. But I'll allow you to dream about it. It's okay. Thank you. Next up. Let's see. New Jenny sends $10, goes, new turtle riders from Utah. Please wish my sister Kelly a happy birthday. Well, happy birthday, Kelly. I appreciate that. Some new utes, some turtle utes. Yeah, August 5th. Is that the date? Yeah. So, I got my son's birthday coming up in 2 days. So that'll be fun. August 7th, big 8 years old. So that'll be a good one. So thank you. Next up, a lady sends $5 and goes, my boyfriend said that Myles King's rap name is N-word O'Sullivan because he's from Massachusetts. Is he? I don't think that's actually I think it's Mizzy Cash or something like that. But I'll tell you one thing. N-word O'Sullivan is an awesome rap name. And I think he should definitely adopt it. If Myles King is watching right now, while you are out of jail, you should take this chance. Mizzy Cash is gay. That's a gay rap name. Like every rap out there is like, yo, cash money, dog. Like, oh, Mizzy Cash. I'm Mizzy Cash. I'm rolling in cash. It's so cliche. It's so cliche. N-word O'Sullivan, bro. That is the greatest Boston black guy rap name I've ever heard in my life. N-word O'Sullivan. Like, yo, Trigger O'Sullivan, son. Trigger O'Sullivan is, oh, dude. You got to do that. That's a good turtle chat right there. I love that. N-word O'Sullivan. That's who I can picture it now. That's funny. See, that's funny. I like that. Okay, cool. Thanks. Next up, Annette sends $100. Thanks, Annette, and says, "Listen, Turtle, I'm glad you're still whoring yourself out. I saw you on Billy Bush. Oh, and Vinny P said nice things about you on a podcast. I think it was the Jury Room last weekend. I haven't heard that. Keep up the fight. Love from California. Net Woman." What's Net Woman? So thank you very much for that. Yeah, I was on Billy Bush today, whored myself out, or yesterday rather. He just randomly messaged me and I said, "Yeah, sure, let's do it. Let's do it, Billy." I'm always down to go on Billy's program. I love Billy Bush. So there we go. Next up, Big Thanks sends $25 and goes, "If you're seeking another rabbit hole, check out Crossley Green in Florida. 5 minutes, all it takes to see the sickening corruption." Okay, thanks. Aaron sends $25 and goes, "Can we go past midnight tonight, please? Tomorrow, August 6th, is my birthday. I love you, Erica. Free Turtleboy. Charlestown rules." I'll try my best, Aaron. We'll see what happens. Juice sends $25 and goes, "Love you, Dr. Turtleboy. Please say hi to my sister and BFF Lou from Juice." Hello, Lou from Juice. I don't know what Juice is, but you're Juice. Okay, thank you. Mary sends $10 and goes, "Only 5 more days until David Finnerty's fundraiser. Get your tickets on Eventbrite under Standing Together for Justice. Great food, fun, raffles, silent auction, and hope to see you there." Is that Sunday night? I'm going to try my best. It's in Raynham, right? I believe at the barbecue place. So Brian Higgy, we're banning you. It's just gay. You're done. You're banned, Brian Higgy. It's like, you got to explain. I can't just keep going there and see, did they bang? Did they bang? Like, it's just gay. You can't keep saying the same shit over and over again. Okay. You're banned. All right. So thank you. And yes, so David Finnerty, good guy, wrong, in my opinion, wrongly convicted of, by the feds. He was a scapegoat of Rachel Rollins. I could get into that whole thing. I got to research more on that. So thank you. But yes, they're doing a fundraiser for David on August 10th, I believe. Thank you. All right, next up. Cash apps. So if you got any cash apps here. All right, Morgan. Jeez, Morgan sends $100 and goes, "Much love. Free Turtleboy from Arkansas." Oh, some Razorback turtles. Very cool. Notre Dame's going to Arkansas this year. So, go Irish, but also go Razorbacks. I like that. Awesome. Thank you very much, Morgan. Chad sends $5 and says, "For a key fob battery." No, it was free. I got a new battery. I drove all the way to Orleans and I went there, and the nice folks at the Toyota dealership there just said, "No problem. Here's no charge." It was really nice of them. Thank you. So Ira Toyota for all your Toyota and Lexus needs on the Outer Cape. Thank you. Therese sends $10 and goes, "Why is your fucking background looks like Bev's drapes?" You got to watch the earlier part of the show, then you'll get it. Thank you. Paula sends $10 and goes, "This kid needs to walk so they can feel it." Yes, Myles King. Exactly. I agree with that one. All right, cool. And Fat Proctor sends $5 and goes, "Loser causing Turtleboy this stress. Bombo Clat." Okay, thank you. The chat is Bombo Clat. Okay, I don't know what that means, but thank you. All right. All right, cool. All right. Let me oh, is that zero down at Ira in Orleans? That's weird. It's all the way in Orleans. All right. Let me get into the Courtney Clenney stuff right now, because I've been watching this shit a lot. And I just went down a rabbit hole, and we got to watch some of this because I find it interesting. So, all right. So check this one out. I want to show you so here she is. Watch this interaction. I got to turn the captions on. Just watch this shit.
No, like I was fucking sober for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And now why am I not sober? Because of you.
Because of you.
Like, but you're hindering my progress.
Look what she's doing. She's hitting him over and over again. I was sober. I'm not sober because of you.
No, like I was fucking sober for
1,
2 weeks.
2,
2 weeks.
3,
2 weeks.
4,
And now why am
5,
I not
6.
sober? 'Cause
So 6 fucking hits. How many hits is a man? He set this up himself. He was secretly recording her. That's why I'm calling this guy Black Turtleboy. Because I actually told her that I was recording. But I got a whole bunch of recordings of her. A whole bunch of recordings. And it's like, she fucking hit me too a couple times. Like, not this much, but she definitely fucking hit. And it's like, as men, we just kind of take that shit. And because you can't hit back. I mean, you can't do it. But it's fucked up. Like, that women can do that. You know what I mean? And like, there's nothing wrong with the way he handled it. He handled this completely appropriately by like fucking stopping the threat. You know what I mean? Stopping the threat. And listen to what she's saying too.
You're hindering my progress.
You're hindering my progress. It's your fault that I'm abusing alcohol.
Let go of me. Let go of me. Let go of me. Okay. Come on, boy. Let go of me.
Wait a minute. How is the camera moving if he just put it there? Let go of me, boy. She called him boy.
Like, I can't even, like, I'll try to hit him later. Like, get the fuck off me. Christian, he saw me, and I know he's looking. I'm fucking, like, fed up with you. I'm fed up. I'm fed up with how you fucking treat me.
With how you treat me.
Yes, I'm not mad at you.
This is what they always do. It's the same shit about how you treat me. It's okay that I'm hitting you. It's okay that I'm doing this because you pushed me to this way. And they call it reactive abuse. That's what the fake victim calls the way she handled the Mary Bagwell thing. You know, she said that it was okay. Well, it's like it's Mary Bagwell's fault because it's reactive abuse. You provoke her, and then it's not her fault that she does this shit to you, right? It's not her fault. His friend is recording it. Oh, so she's doing this in front of another person? Holy shit. And just look at the way he handles it.
I say some whine ass shit that affected you.
I didn't let her say anything. You fucking did it.
Hey, let's go to Malone right now. Let's pull up to her.
No. I'm just gonna say her to see.
No, she's in the group chat. Let's put her on the phone right now.
I dare you.
Yeah, you dare me? Keep saying
you
it.
Do it.
Then stop saying it then. Do it. Then stop saying it then. Then stop saying it then. Let's pull up. Come on. Ask her. Ask her, did I touch her breast?
Do you see how fucking instigative he is?
No.
Oh, so she's talking to she knows she's being recorded because she's talking to the camera.
I touched her breast yesterday when I fucking.
You did. I didn't say you fucking touched it.
You said I did.
You were leaning. Yo, you were dumb as fuck. I actually don't agree with you. Actually, I'm done.
Okay.
Can you send him home?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm done.
Okay, fine.
Fucking
You
dumb.
want another hit?
Dumb.
Another hit.
Because you're fucking like
Another
you're
hit.
costing me money. I didn't do shit since I got to this fucking house because of you.
You let Malone say some whine ass shit.
No, because of you.
Another hit.
Flirting with fucking like three
Another hit.
girls the whole time.
And this is what they always do. Listen to, like, the fake victim would do this all the time. Accusing, like, they justify their own shitty behavior by blaming you for, like, oh, you're cheating, oh, you're sleeping with other women, you're doing this, you're doing that. No, bitch, you're just trying to rationalize your behavior because there's no explaining your behavior. Your behavior is shitty. Your behavior is inappropriate. It's out of control. But you're trying to justify it by coming up with like she would accuse me of sleeping with like every fucking woman all the fucking time. And it's like, first of all, you know I'm married, right? You know, you're the side hoe. Like, the side hoe doesn't get to even make that allegation. First of all, it's not yours to make. You're not the one that gets to say that. You know. But you know, this is what she does. Oh, and they're controlling. It's just like, are you that fucking insecure? Like, first of all, don't you play with your pussy for money on video, and you're complaining about him looking at other men? What the fuck what world am I living in here?
What 3 girls? You?
Well, maybe
You,
it
you,
didn't
and
really
you?
matter.
You,
It was
you, and you?
Milan.
Milan? I was flirting with Milan?
And she said, hey, go get your mans.
Fucking
He's
lying.
trying to come home with me.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
You're lying. She said, come get your mans that I was trying to hit on Milan. Come on, baby.
Okay.
That doesn't even
So,
sound
it's
right.
like, Christian, you're fired.
You're fired.
Hopefully, shut up.
You will never see me again. You are the most
good bitch.
No, he was a little aggressive there. Well, he was definitely a little aggressive here.
Never see me again.
But he doesn't hit her.
You are the most
good bitch. Shut.
That's a hit. That's a hit.
Good.
That's a hit.
You will let me. Fuck you too. Get the fuck out of here. This isn't even fucking house.
So he did mooch off of her, basically. Like, he provided her rent was $10,000 a month in this Miami thing. She made like $3 million in 1 year playing with a roast beef fucking sandwich for the men folk. That's it. And he was our camera guy. Like, did he film the playing with the lady bits? Did he do that? I don't know. But that was his job. He held the camera. But he's fired. It's like, you don't get to sit there and hold the camera. So he's basically mooching off of her. You know, let's keep it real here. But that also gave her the belief that it was okay to treat him like shit because she was paying for everything, you know?
It's not my house. Like, you're just like my fucking boyfriend. Get the fuck out of here.
Just like your
I can actually get like shit done if you're not here. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, I'll remember that next
Get out. No, that's not even the next time.
Another hit. Another hit.
Get out.
Just notice how her immediate reaction is always to just hit. And she does this all the time. But he stays. He stays because guess what? He digs crazy too. And I can relate to that. You know what I mean? It's like I stuck around when I shouldn't have because it's wild. Some guys are just addicted to crazy. And unfortunately, it got him killed. It got him killed because she was actually fucking dangerous.
Good thing, get out, bitch. Get out. Bitch. You never loved me. The way you talk, the way you treated the fucking girls last night, you fucking embarrassed me. I don't want anything to do with you.
embarrassing you today. You're really
And with the crying too, if you listen to the tape again, the Christmas Eve tape, you hear her crying the whole time. Oh, you're making me like this, and it's all fake. None of this crying is even real from these hoes. These hoes know how to fake cry like that. It's like it's all manipulation. That's all. Oh, you're making me like this. Shut up, ho. Stop your crying, ho.
You're self-conscious. You always talk about, oh, Christian, you like this. I said, what did I tell you before? You're the baddest person in this bitch. No one has anything on you. I tell you this every day. I have text messages that you say, Christian, thank you for the content.
Shut up, but you don't do it the next day.
Oh my God.
Get out, get out, get out, for real. I never want to see you again.
They don't mean that when they say that. Okay. So there's one tape I could show you again. I can do a whole deep dive on this crazy ass hoe. I had some other queued up here. Let me find them. Here's a good video I found on it. When the cops get there. Here's the when the police first arrive.
Get up, please go. Please, get him up. Get up, right. Go back. Hold him up. Get up. No, I can't let this. Okay. Back over. Wait, it wasn't. Guys, relax. Why? No, guys. Relax. Boss, what's going on? Wait, you good? Look up. Relax. Where are you going from? Go.
Guys, please.
Relax. Sit down.
Okay.
Sit down.
Just let me.
Sit down.
Okay. How old is he? He's 27. He's about to turn 28 in like 2 weeks. 27 years old. We have his birthday planned for Barcelona.
They cuff him initially, and she waited 13 minutes to call the police. She called her mother first after stabbing him. He could have lived. You can hear him on the 911 call saying I'm dying. Like, it's fucking crazy.
Come on, stay here. Come back. Come back. Come here.
What's the dog's name?
Oh, here it is.
The other one.
Here it is.
Did you hear me?
Listen to this.
One call made by Courtney Clenney.
Listen to this.
Operator Dono, what is the address of your emergency?
Die. Courtney, I'm gonna die. And then you notice what she said? The number 3101.
Listen to me. You need to stop screaming on the line and give me the address. I can't see my arm. 3101.
I can't feel my arms.
I can't feel my arm.
I can't feel my arms.
Ma'am, ma'am, what is the address? Baby, I'm so sorry.
Baby, I'm so sorry.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Give me ice.
I'm sending help.
The operator never did manage to get the full address from Courtney. Thankfully, someone else in the building had heard signs of a disturbance and asked security to contact law enforcement.
City of Miami Police 911, Operator Dono, what is the address of your emergency?
It's emergency. I'm calling because there's a fight is going on. Yeah, there's a fight going on right now.
Is it a physical fight?
Yes.
Not only did this caller share the full address, but he also shared the specific apartment number where the altercation and apparent injury took place. Since this report matched the partial address Courtney gave, the operator was able to confirm that this was likely in reference to stereo on the phone. As first responders struggled to control Christian's bleeding and contain Courtney, the harrowing situation threatened to spiral even more out of control.
How old is he?
How old is he?
He's coming.
He remained frenzied.
Guys, please tell me what's going on. I just want to make sure he's gonna be okay. Please, tell me what's going on. I'm looking you, I'm looking you in the eyes, girl. Please tell me if he's okay.
Okay, girl, please tell me if he's okay.
Can I please stand up and see?
No, ma'am.
If it was your
No, ma'am.
I'm covered in his blood because I'm
Okay, I understand.
Because this is how these toxic relationships work. They fight. They have these huge blow-ups. She's abusive to him. He calms her down, and he ain't leaving because the pussy's too good. And then they're like, baby, I'm so sorry. And then they fuck like rabbits, and they just make up that way. Like, this is how it works. I'm telling you, I've been in this relationship before. It's bad. And it's like people stay in them and they don't get out, and he's dead. And I'm seeing it here. Cause she's like, now she's like, to her, this is just another fight. Just another fight. And like, I just need to hug him. Like, she says this the whole time. I just want to need to go hug him and make sure he's okay. Bitch, you killed him. There's no coming back.
I understand that.
And if I don't, you'll get then what will I do with
All
my
right.
I need him. He's like my other half.
I need
Things might
him.
have been
I
quieter
need
inside
him.
the apartment, but the situation was growing more urgent by the second.
Hey, fire rescue to help you out. Relax, boss. Hey, you're bleeding a lot from here, man.
Just like the officer said, fire rescue arrived just seconds later and began working to stabilize Christian enough that they could move him out of the apartment and into the ambulance waiting downstairs. A task that turned out to be easier said than done.
Hey, relax, man. Relax, boss.
Hey, Christian. Oh, Christian.
Come on, guys.
The EMS team was in for quite a surprise while assessing Christian.
We don't know what we have, but he has to go somewhere. But he started moving, so we don't know if.
Let me make some room for discretion. All this stuff.
That's right. The first officers to respond had actually handcuffed Christian as well as Courtney, not knowing who the aggressor was. This would eventually become the main question of the investigation that followed.
The guy that
You're not helping anymore. Everybody's here to help him out.
That was not a body bag, is it?
No.
It was, in fact, a body bag, but not for the reason one might expect. The hall leading to the elevator was too small for a gurney.
Yeah.
The still distraught Courtney.
Listen, the detectives are coming. You're going to talk to them, and then you're going to explain yourself.
But I'm going to be covered in blood. I look crazy. I was holding him while he was spurting blood, trying to stop the blood.
I need you to be calm.
Then she goes and talks.
I just cannot believe the way my day went.
I cannot believe the way my day went.
I just really want to get to the hospital.
Yeah. We'll talk to you now.
I desperately want to get to the hospital.
Right. I mean, either way, so you don't rush, you still want to be able to see him at this point. Obviously,
You said what?
You want to be able to see him at this point, so that way you don't have to, you're still working, you're still taking care of him.
Is he okay?
He's in the hospital. They're still, monitoring him and talking to him. So we're waiting.
Oh my God! So he didn't even have to have surgery.
Well, I don't know. They're still doing X-rays and stuff like that. So I don't know yet. I'm waiting to hear a response.
That's all I have to know. Thank God.
Courtney sounded relieved, but in reality, Christian was far from being out of the woods. Only time would tell if he would survive his grievous wound.
Once we're done, I'll go talk to them again and see what's the update. Okay.
Hopefully I'm over freaking out and like I'll be able to see him or whatever.
Does he have any family?
He does. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Watch this. Listen to what she says about his mom here.
His mom and grandma.
Who's closest to you? Mom and grandma?
Mm-hmm.
We're here in Miami, or?
They live in Dallas. I think just their mom may still be in Nigeria.
Oh, or Nigeria.
Because they visit a lot, but I think that they're back in Dallas.
Okay.
He has a brother that lives in I think Houston. I don't know where his sister lives.
Do you happen to know off the top of your head their phone number, or?
None of theirs, no.
What's his mom's name?
What's his mom's name?
You know, he told me. I'm terrible. I really don't know.
That's like remembering.
And I met her multiple times. I've been to her house, and I still can tell you. That's pretty bad.
He does. He's been with her for 2 years. He's met his mom 4 times, she says, and she doesn't know her fucking name. Doesn't that really say it all?
I mean, how many times have you seen her?
I think 4 times. So I got a chance to talk to Christian today.
To who?
Well,
Christian.
Who's Christian?
They haven't told me.
If I'm the victim,
I don't know if I'm the victim.
Courtney then launched into her story of the lead up to the argument.
Yes. Just come back together.
Yeah, okay.
How many incidents you think you had?
I don't know. But we shouldn't be together.
You say 1 or 2, or?
And watch this. So
the pair.
So this was another incident that happened like a year before in 2021, because of course there's other incidents, and she called security up. She called them, and she ends up getting arrested here.
Had already been detained by security.
Because she threw a glass
Chris,
at him.
why am I here today? Tell me what's going on. We're having a great day. And we're supposed to go to dinner like 8:30.
Yeah, this was in Vegas.
She goes to sleep. I wake up at 5. Morning on the couch. She asks me to.
They both are right.
To the bed 3 times, which I did, and he called security. For some reason, there's no reason to be here at all. So obviously you're here because she called security. What were you guys arguing about? Started what's called. She asked me to go in bed. She hate me. I was like, no, I don't hate you, babe. She's like disappointed. But like, we didn't do anything.
How this disappointment over missing dinner had escalated to an altercation worthy of police intervention remained unclear. But what Christian said next proved that the situation was even more serious than the officer likely suspected.
Did anybody hit, punch, spit each other? It was.
She threw the glass.
My face.
It hit
When
his
the officer went next door to talk to Courtney, however,
he's like so nonchalant about it. Yeah, she threw the glass, hit my face. It's just another day in my life. Probably go fuck her later.
Said that wasn't the case.
And this is the same shit. Like this is the same shit with Gabby Petito too. It's like they got pulled over, and they had just gotten in the middle of a domestic violence situation, and she blamed herself for that. Even though he was controlling and a psychopath, she blamed herself for that, and they had to be separated that night. They got back together the next day. It was like a guarantee. It's like guarantee because they come back, you know. And this guy in this situation, she is definitely the abuser, 100%.
We were going back and forth, like getting really loud. And I decided to call because we were getting really loud. It wasn't because I
called
scared or anything. It wouldn't hurt me.
He wouldn't hurt me.
I felt that we were either going to get kicked out or wake people up or something because it was just like escalating.
Okay.
And I thought it was going to disturb everybody. So I felt the need to have him removed from the room.
Did you throw something?
Did I?
Yeah.
No.
Did anybody throw anything?
No.
Christian's statement had once again suggested otherwise.
What triggered her to throw in the glass at you?
I think it's my tone. Like, she tells me to work on a couple things, like my tone, facial expressions.
And after she threw the glass at you, did you punch her, hit her, pull her hair, spit on her, anything like that? So what do you do?
One thing I'd be like, babe, stop. I was like, babe, stop it. I just don't want her to get in trouble like a little person much, you know?
I don't want her. Listen what he just said. Listen to what he just says there. That's interesting. Listen, he goes, I don't want her to get in trouble. I love her so much. You know? Exactly. I mean, I've bet it's like, this is exactly how it always feels. It's just like, oh, I don't want to, she gets a little out of control. Like he's more interested in protecting her from getting in trouble than she's interested in protecting him, because she would fuck him over in a split second. She would fuck, as we're going to see here.
When he talked with Courtney, the officer had pressed her harder about throwing the glass.
Okay, so when I go to the room and I see a broken glass on the floor, where did the glass come from?
I don't know. I literally couldn't even remember how the fight started.
Sure enough, when the officer looked around the couple's bedroom, there had been shards of broken glass amongst the mess. Based on this discovery, things hadn't looked good for Courtney.
Did you remember throwing the glass?
No, I don't. But that sounds like me. Like,
But
I'm
that
so
sounds
foggy.
like me.
I had hardly any sleep. Like I'm not like drunk even. I just really like am not functioning. Does that make sense?
No, not really. Did you throw a bottle at him or a glass at him? You say you've done it
yes,
before.
yes. I know that he didn't do it. Just throwing things is my.
Okay, once again, do you think you did it or you did it?
I did.
This admission had changed the situation drastically, which the officer had explained to Christian as he escorted him into the hall.
I'm going to try to make it as short as I can. I don't want to give you a long speech here, okay? There's a lot of things that we have discretion with, and there's a lot of things that we don't. This is one of them. You guys are in a relationship. She threw a glass at you. The glass is there. She had me to throw in the glass. When that happens, I have to make an arrest. I can't tell the judge. Let me finish. Let me finish. He doesn't have any prize for that. I don't think there's going to be any issue. However, the state here puts anyone that is a suspect on battery of domestic violence on a 12-hour hold. I can't let you put it.
Like he's crying. He's crying because he feels bad. Think about this. She threw a fucking glass at him. And to him, this is just normal. This is just another fucking day. And he's crying because he doesn't want to get her in trouble. And he's blaming himself for her getting, like, he's a victim and he's blaming himself. And even though she called the cops, she threw the glass at him. She called the cops. All he did is say what happened. And now he's literally crying because they have to arrest someone. And she is clearly the aggressor. Like this guy, this is a mentally abused man. This is a man who has gotten so used to the abuse and convinced himself that like, it's okay. Like it's, you know, I kind of deserve it a little bit. You know, this is how I'm telling you, it starts getting in your head. You're like, oh, like when they beat you down to the point where you start being like, yeah, maybe I am kind of an asshole. Yeah, maybe it is my fault. Like I'm telling you, the fake victim would cry so much. And I knew it was fucking bullshit, but I'm like, man, am I an asshole? Like she's crying all the time. It's like, no, this is just what she does. But in the moment, you're like, you hate to see that. You know what I mean? And I've been in this guy's shoes before because you're like, I'm used to being around honest people. Honest people wouldn't like lie and like pretend to cry in order to like manipulate. But that's what's happening here. Like she has made him think that it is his fault that she lashes out like this because he's probably never dated anyone like her. And so he's like, yeah, maybe this is my fault. You know, he is blaming himself for her behavior.
Hey, no, I don't have to. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is what the law says I have to do.
The hotel staff had said they would allow Christian to collect his belongings from the room upstairs, but after that, he would no longer be welcome on the property. While security guards attempted to convince him to go get his things, the officer had gone back into the office to break the news to Courtney. As soon as she heard she was about to be arrested, her story began to change.
Yep. All right, Kearney. This is the deal. So the investigation shows that you threw a glass at him, and that in this state is considered battery. And since you two are in a relationship, that is considered battery of domestic violence. It's a mandatory arrest.
Okay, there's a lot that I didn't say because I didn't want him to get in trouble.
Look at that. Look at the first thing she says. Immediately, she's like, no, how can I blame him? There's a lot I didn't say because I didn't want him to get in trouble. As soon as she realized she's about to be arrested and held accountable for her behavior, what's the first thing she does? Be like, oh, how can I fuck him over? One of us has to get arrested. Let me make sure it's him. Like that's, dude, it was instinctive. It was her first fucking thing. It was just like, how can I blame this on him? Wow. Just how quick that happened. How quick.
Okay.
I would get pushing down.
Anything else that you tell me, I'll be happy to put it on the report. But at this point, you're going to be transported, okay?
May I at least get a hug from my boyfriend before?
May I at least get a hug from my boyfriend before? And she says the same thing when he's dying there. I want to hug him one more time. It's like, because that's how they control you. They're just like, oh, but they beat you down. And then they just like, then they shower you with affection. She wants to make sure he's still in line. She wants to hug him and be like, I'm so sorry, baby. You know, that's all this is. And then the cycle continues. And a guy like him, because she knows a guy like him, you heard what he was saying. He'd fall for that shit in 5 seconds. He has convinced himself that he deserved it. And can I hug him before? Because she wants to control him. She doesn't want to go 12 hours without seeing him.
Gone.
Christian
and people, I saw someone in the chat say, I wonder what their family's like. Where do you see her parents? When you see her parents, it all makes sense. And because they are blaming him for everything. And it's the same shit after she murdered him. That was her defense. Is he was hitting me. No, he wasn't. No fucking way was this guy hitting her. No fucking way.
Wasn't actually gone. He'd refused to walk away from the security office to remove his things from the room. And ultimately, hotel security had made the decision to remove him.
There's a lot that happened that I don't want to bring up.
Let me explain to you. Let me explain. Calm down for a second.
I haven't brushed my teeth. I need to shower. I have a UTI.
I'm on my period.
This is when I work.
Despite her pleas, the officer
She's funny. She says she has to take a shit. Watch this.
wasn't budging. That hadn't seemed to dissuade Courtney from continuing her efforts, though.
Can I just walk peacefully out with you, please? I really don't.
Go ahead and stand up. Face the wall.
I need to go number 2.
I need to go number 2.
Courtney had been assured that she would be able to use the bathroom at the jail and was escorted to the transport vehicle waiting outside. Even though this fight ended in an arrest, this would pale in comparison to the events yet to come. This run-in with the law hadn't been enough to dissuade the couple from further altercations. As the police now investigated Christian's severe injury in April, they searched Courtney's phone and came across a collection of appalling evidence with the potential to change the entire case. First, they found that Courtney had been keeping notes to...
All right, so, yeah, so I want to do a deep... That was a little teaser on this. I want to do a deep dive into the Courtney Clenney case, because that's... How is it not going to try? It's been 3 years, you know? So again, I'm a true crime guy now. It's my new thing because this shit's interesting. I find that story fascinating because I can relate to it. People like a good villain, you know, and I think that the Kearney case sold because there was a good villain in that, the McAlberts, and there's a lot of villains in that. Michael Proctor. There's many villains in the Kearney case. She's a good villain. The Donna Adelson case is coming up. She's a good villain. You know, the Idaho one was more like he wasn't like a villain. He's just fucking crazy, you know? I don't know. Yeah, she's the only villain in the story. Well, actually, no, her parents are kind of villains too. But in the Adelson story, there's many villains. There's many Adelsons, including Wendy, who has not been held accountable at all. But yes, please cover the big E fights this year. Yes, I will have to do that. I always do, don't I? Okay, cool. All right, let me read some more turtle chats and we'll call it a night, shall we? Okay. I saw a couple cash apps. I didn't see any turtle chats actually. Christopher sends $10 and says, I can't read it. It says view merge $10 page roll. I can't even. It came up all fucked up, Chris. Thanks for the $10. I appreciate that, sir. I already read Morgan's $100 from Arkansas. Thanks, Morgan's. Thank you, Chris, for the $10. And we're just refresh the turtle chats. We're good. All right, cool. Yeah, Corey Richens is another one. That's a sad one, though. You know, I hate the poisoners, the ones that do the poisoning. They're like, I don't know. I just hate seeing moms separate. I hate seeing kids separated from their. I hate that shit. And obviously, you know, she deserves it. Like she killed them, she poisoned them. She's evil, all that shit. But like it is the kids. It just sucks when kids lose their mom like that. Like that's fucking sad. Sad. But yeah. Another good one is the Jared, what's his name? Brigadine? Is that his name? The Mormon? I think he was Mormon. He got killed by his ex-wife, Hitman. And that's another good one. There's a couple other ones. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, him. That's a crazy one too. So again, yeah, Shayna Gardner. Yeah, that one just got delayed too. She's fucking evil too, that one. Oh my God. But Wendy Adelson's evil. Like a lot of these bitches are just evil. James Craig poisoned his wife. There's so many. Yeah, he just got, and that's a sad one too, because he's got a bunch of kids too. You know, like what is wrong with these people doing that shit? What is wrong with them? But anyway, yeah, and that's the problem with Wendy too, is she's hot. She's hot. Not like Courtney Clenney. Courtney Clenney's like fake whore hot. Like Wendy Adelson's just good looking hot and sucks because she's fucking evil too. You know, evil. But you know what I didn't understand is why they waited to arrest Donna Adelson after Charlie's trial, and why she didn't leave before that. Like, why did they need a conviction of Charlie to arrest Donna? Can anybody answer that one for me? I don't get that. Like if Charlie was acquitted, which he definitely wasn't going to be, no chance. Then would Donna not have been arrested? Like, why did they need one arrest, one conviction to arrest the other? That's the part I didn't get. And why did she wait so long to try to run? Now, Courtney's parents said that her charges were dropped. Their charges were dropped. They were charged with taking his computer and trying to delete inculpatory evidence from his computer. It's their trial strategy. I don't get, but explain. Turtleboy needs to watch Carl Stein. I watch Carl Steinbeck. What are you talking about? I watched him all the time during the Kearney case. Because if they don't have reasonable doubt on Charlie, they definitely don't have it on Donna. But why didn't they just arrest them at the same time? Anyway. All right, guys. Well, anyway, I'm going to call it a night, guys. But I love all you fine people. Thanks for all the support. Remember the Wilbur show. Tickets coming out soon. September 12th, Friday night, 7:30. And we hope to see you guys there. All right. Peace to your bum crease and brush your teeth, people.
It calls for